What's up? Welcome to Spoiler Kings. I'm Jane Kramer, Brian the Grizzly.
It's so funny. We're sitting here arguing backstage about something that not really arguing. We're just talking about something, and then we forgot. Like, dude.
Well, it started off with business, and then it.
We talk like when we get to talk. We get into a conversation, and then next thing you know, well, it's been 15, 20 minutes. We were here. Sorry, so I apologize, guys. My bad.
It's one of those things.
I said, who's late? Not us. We were here.
Well, also, this is like really the only time we get to talk because, like, I like even when we first joined, you had to back off and take a work call really quick, So and then I got kid stuff going on, and then there's some stuff that you don't want to talk about online.
Exactly. Political stuff is very hard to talk about, guys.
And I saw some of you guys talking about it in here. That's where we're Brian was like, oh, they're talking about it. Like, we're laughing. Also got Island of Relevancy.
Hey, how you doing, man?
Appreciate coming by, hanging out.
Man, I don't know about you guys. So I've been, of course, reading comic books because this is what I do. But I got this book I think everyone should know about. That's Finder's Orientational Booklet.
That's awesome. Where'd you get that from?
I ordered it from the bookstore online. So it goes through like crazy stuff. Let's see if you see. What are the kinds of numbers we're looking for? The 4 kinds of numbers. It explains a lot of different things. It's interesting, man. It's really awesome. What is what it mean to be severed? So this is like the booklet you'll get to people that just got severed.
That is so cool.
That's on the first page. It tells you that. So you just became severed. What does that mean? Welcome to the Lumen family. That's what it says. What does it mean to be severed? What does it mean to be a refiner? How will I know what is okay to work on? What are 4 kinds of numbers? How do I refine the number cluster? All about refining numbers, office dress code, health and hygiene, interdepartmental department fraternization, the wellness center, communication with your Audi, work incidents, incentives, Lumen care, core principles. So
it's kind of like an orientation welcome
to Lumen.
That is pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Real quick, and then the island is T. Have you seen that with T? Yes, I know. You and Frank said you guys were gonna make your own show about wrestling. So that is awesome. That
is very cool, especially with John Cena going going heel. So I thought that was pretty cool. But I know most people hate it. People are crying. Did you see that? People crying.
All the poor kids, man. Those poor kids.
Oh my God.
So many kids upset. I get it though, man. It's like Or Fernando saying, love wrestling. Go check them out. Brand new podcast. I think you guys had your first show. Was it last night or the night before? So, I gotta check it out because usually, I started caring again for wrestling when The Rock came back and he became the final boss. I was like, I'm liking this, I'm liking this, and the whole finish the story, Cody Rhodes and all that stuff. And then after that, I was like, okay, I'm like. It's done, right? It's done. The story's finished, and now they got to do post new champion and all that stuff. But now Rock is back. He wants his soul and that stupid shit. And then Cena, and I'm like, okay, I think I might kind of be paying attention again. So very interesting.
I mean, this is what you have to do.
Talking about wrestling, Linda McMahon, Jesus Christ, man.
Oh man, wrestling is awesome. I used to love it so much, because my favorite wrestler has always been The Undertaker. I love him so much. Like when he was falling apart and not able to wrestle and doing a terrible job, it really broke my heart. And that's when I stopped watching wrestling because I just couldn't watch The Undertaker be that.
Yeah. We got dark room reviews. WrestleMania is hyping up. It is. I think I'm starting to pay attention more. So yeah. So anybody who's interested, go check out
check out T guys. He's one of our own. Yeah. So come on.
Island of what was that relevancy, right? Yeah. The podcast.
I need to watch Daredevil.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Stone Cold's the GOAT. Stone Cold is awesome. I did like Stone Cold. I do. And you know what? As social media gets bigger, you start to find out personal life stuff about wrestlers.
He's actually a good person, and not like fucking Hulk Hogan and shit.
you say Undertaker a little bit, so.
Well, Undertaker is he's what he told you he was. He should have came out with the biker and who he is. You know he was.
Stone Cold, I'm surprised he's not a fucking racist motherfucker. But Stone Cold's like super like cool and pretty progressive, honestly, for the most part. But
oh
man. We got Maria in the house. What's up, Maria? Just going through real quick.
B says I'm a Shawn Michaels guy.
Shawn Michaels, he was fun. He was fun. Of course, we got Mama Bear in the house, so it's preach Mama Bear.
That was the last straw. When I saw Mama Bear there, I was like, we gotta start.
Yeah. Well, who was it? I think was it Delta Dan? He said, I thought I was late. I was like,
yeah, exactly.
All right, we gotta get going. We got a collector. Is anyone doing any trailers tonight? We're trying to look up that Warfare trailer. So
I have not found it anywhere, dude. I've been looking.
Look it up.
The Woman in the Yard, Snow White, Marching Powder, Novocaine, Alien Earth, Ballerina, First Steps, Dragon, Rebirth. We've seen all this stuff, right?
Yeah.
Legends.
So I'm officially not messing with Zachary Levi anymore. Yeah, man.
He's
going off the deep end, man. It keeps getting worse and worse and worse. I forgot he said something recently that was like wild. I was like, oh, okay. Even more wild, I should say.
Say, all right, Shazam. Well, let's just stop.
Mama Bear said, if I have known that, I would have said something sooner. Yeah. There you go. That's how you know.
Yeah. If you would, when I saw that, I was like, no, we gotta go.
Yeah. That's just it. So Macho Man is still one of my favorites. He's just so good. Real quick little thing. He did a signing at one of like the malls in Chicago when I was a kid, and there's a giant line. I have my little Macho Man, maybe like 6-inch, little figurine that they had back then. I walk up to the table. I'm with my mom, and his like the guy in charge. He's like, he can't sign that. That's too small, right? And my face must have just like what? Like that's all I got, and I love that toy, all right? And I remember Macho Man hearing that. He grabs it. He goes, I'll sign it. He goes, I'll sign anything but a check. And he put MO on the back. Bro, Macho Man is the best, man. And he's a fucking psychopath. Like all the stories about him, like how detailed he was about like the matches, and he wanted everything like so precise. And yeah, I mean, horrible rapping career.
Oh my god,
so bad. It was so bad. But wrestling, he was great, man. He went to his clothes. He went to Florida. I believe he the guy who would like make clothes for like pimps, like made Macho Man's first few outfits. So
okay,
which I'm like, that's okay. That's pretty.
That's
crazy.
one way of doing it. All right.
Yeah, I mean, he went into that look, and he got that Florida look.
He definitely had the Florida look. I mean, come on, the open shirt and the fake silk and all. Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, and he was a good baseball player too. Oh man, but Macho Man he's the best. The trays on Rotten Tomatoes. Okay, check it out. Said Shazam came out in support of Deli and everything Trump is doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said that. He said something recently about well, he said what he's doing is but dial it back, no effect with people who vote for you. He said something recently about being autistic. He's like, just don't be autistic. He was like, what? Like, cool. Well,
yeah. I know. Just the Unbreakable Boys looks like it's such a good movie, and I'm like, why you? I don't understand why you talk anything negative about it. I actually want to go see it, but I don't want to support him.
Yeah.
I've seen the Unbreakable Boy before when it was called Wonder. So
that's what he said. Don't be autistic. It was something along that line where he was like, pretty much like, just don't be the thing that you are. Like, cool.
I know for a fact that autism is different than having a physical deformity. So autism is a serious thing. So
yeah.
I'm all about that, but I'm not about Zachary Levi. So it's just one of those things. Like,
yeah.
Used to think that dude was cool too. Back in his Chuck and and the tail end of Shazam before, I think around Shazam Fury of the Gods was when he started wilding out a little bit.
Yeah. He I mean it's so fucking like anti-Semitic too. His real name is not Zachary Levi. He changed his name to Zachary Levi so he, according to him, he can sound more Jewish so he would fit in Hollywood better. Like what? Like, I don't know. I mean, it sounds like some messed up shit. But Chuck was a solid show. Chuck was a lot of fun. Just
yeah, Chuck was fun.
So terrible. I mean, it's terrible. Dude, what you think about all the news we've been getting about Marvel and was it even Kang and Doctor Doom and that RDJ was coming back before, like 2 months after Ant-Man came out. He was already on his way coming back. That's before the Russos even signed on. So RDJ signed on before the Russos. As long as the Russos were coming back, he was coming back as Doom. And Jonathan Majors had no chance at all. There was no opportunity. They were already going. They're already, going around it. I could not believe what I was hearing, man.
Yeah. I mean, they messed up King so bad. You gotta. Let me bring that down. They just needed a reason to part ways from him, and the court case was just an easy reason. You know what I mean? So, because I'm pretty sure, even if everything was like dismissed and he was not guilty on everything, they would have found something like, we don't want that publicity anyway. And
so that was the thing that was said. He said that they already had made that decision. It was before, they heard murmurs about it, but before they knew about what was going on, they were already planning on going away from Jonathan Majors, so he had no opportunity. And then they knew the movie was bad. They put him in it just to try to see if he could save the box office. They already knew it was bad. It wasn't a good movie. It wasn't a good storyline, and they set him up to fail. And that when he wasn't able to save it, because we all saw Ant-Man, Quantumania. It wasn't Jonathan Majors that messed up this movie. It was them that messed up the movie.
Absolutely not.
And then, but they set it up, and when he couldn't save that, even that's when they decided to pivot. And then who puts the main villain into an Ant-Man movie and then surprised that the Ant-Man movie doesn't make a lot of money? Like, what the hell are you doing? This is not Spider-Man. This is not an Iron Man movie. This is not even Thor. He could be in Love and Thunder or something. But the fact that you already put him in Ant-Man and then you're surprised that it didn't make money, and then you let him be beat by ants. I'm so through. While I was reading it, I'm like, man, I don't even know if I want to see RDJ now no more. But it's just reading the whole article was making me more and more upset. And then I was listening to Everything Always, and he was saying he was getting upset while he was talking about it. And it was just, I was like, all right, man, these guys are fools, real fools.
Yeah, because even if they knew it was bad, and then putting Jonathan Majors in to try to save it, but it was like, what's the bigger issue, or what's the bigger like risk? Like okay, you put him in and it doesn't suck, but if you put him in, you ruin everything. And just pull another random semi-evil bad guy villain, you know what I mean? Like somebody who you haven't heard of and throw him in the quantum realm, like,
or since it's like,
or just have MODOK. Yeah, MODOK was in it.
Just
Just have
MODOK
him be the main bad guy.
Exactly.
He already
MODOK would have been enough.
Dumb as shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
MODOK would have been enough, and let's not even go there with him.
But why would you then ruin Jonathan Majors? Like, why would you do that and then pretend that it had anything to do with all the other stuff?
Yeah,
come on, man.
He said, hold them questions for later. I gotta go.
But I'm out. Gotcha. All right, gotcha.
Man, because I know he did you when we were talking Paradise. I'm still stuck on episode 3. I just haven't had a chance to really
my
watch
God,
it. Bro, I just haven't had a chance to
I'm gonna
watch
let you guys know on Sunday. I'm gonna do a round table with Big Authority Entertainment at this point. So I was like, all right, we haven't even talked about it at all. I'm like,
no.
This thing is amazing. It's probably the biggest thing on TV and the best thing that Hulu's ever produced, and we haven't even talked about it. It's so good.
That's one of the you're not wrong. It might be one of the better rated things out of Hulu in a long time.
Yeah, that's how I plan to spend my weekend, catching up on that.
Long time.
I mean,
cleaning and catching up on that.
So good.
It's really, really good.
Yeah,
I love shows that hook you like that from the beginning. I know I'm already off to I know I'm already really gonna love the way the show the rest of the show plays out, because it really pulled me in from the beginning.
Yeah, the pilot is like probably one of the best pilots. I not want to say ever, but one of the best pilots I've seen in a long time. The pilot was great. Instantly get you.
Mm-hmm.
So.
The whole show was really good, and then the penultimate is better than the finale, but the penultimate is still really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
The finale was decent, but it just set up season 2, and I just hope as long as we get Sterling K. Brown coming back with season 2 quickly, I think it's gonna be good. It's gonna be really good. But the whole show is really, really it's superb, and it was well acted, and all parts of it are really good.
Mm-hmm.
And the crazy in it is very crazy.
Yeah, Delta Say just finished it tonight. So
I was reading up on it. Dan Fogelman said it's thankfully not going to be a 2-year wait in between seasons.
They're talking about 9 months. Like, this might come out December of the same year.
Good. I'd be all for it.
Hit it. You gotta hit it while it's hot. I mean, because 10 episodes, we're so used to that being the standard now. But I mean, all of us growing up, that's not a season. That's barely a half a season. You know, so I mean, we need to do it better, because the 10 episode thing was like an HBO, hour long kind of thing. Well produced. Put money into it. You were okay with it being 10 episodes when it's an hour long and it looks like a movie, but I think the standard has just dropped so much. 10 episodes.
Well, you don't get character involvement. You really don't get any type of character details for anyone. So that's a problem. And you don't get great series anymore because of it. It's almost like everything's a mini series. Everything's coming out as mini series.
Yeah, that's everything. 24 episodes. Yeah, that was kind of like the standard, and anywhere between 18 to 24, I think was a solid season. But 24 was okay, you're that's a season 2, 3, 4, and you're going strong.
You will get 12 and then 12. You will get your little fall break for Christmas.
Yeah, you get your mid-season break.
And then you get at the end, and then you get a full year. You feel like you really spend time with that character. That's why you really enjoyed spending them week to week. And what didn't feel like it was pulling teeth. Like when we just finished Invincible, I was pissed. I was like, so I gotta wait a whole week.
Yeah,
to get to that. but that's how I feel because you only have this short amount of time with them, so you don't really develop that relationship as much as you usually would. So your love for it is not the same.
Yeah. It's almost a tease, a little bit.
It is. It is.
Here, I bring this up in chat right now. You guys don't answer it, but I want to hear from you guys in chat. So when we talk about Daredevil, we know your guys' like your scale. So on a scale from 1 to 10, how good is Daredevil Born Again? So
guess which one of us is the hater in the group? Guess which one?
You talk to Anzo too much, man.
No, I mean I look at it.
Well, Anzo said it was trash. Well, I don't want to spoil anything.
Because so Anzo was we did a watch party. I watched the first episode with Anzo, and I was upset about some things in the first episode, but in a good way. Like I was upset, but then it was okay to be upset about stuff.
Like
but
that's
I think
wanted.
But that's what you need to do. That's how you get people to watch it and stuff like this. So that I totally understand it. But I said there are some parts of the show that I loved. There are some parts of the show that I liked. There are some parts of the show that I thought were boring. And it's okay. Overall, I'm going to rate it high, but I'm not going to tell you it's a masterpiece. People are like, "Oh, it's the best thing I ever seen." I mean, it's not the best thing I watched this week. But it's good. It's just, it's very good, but I'm not going to sit there and tell you it's the best thing ever. Like, no, it's not. It's good. It's a very good start. And I think we have, we're on a trajectory that's going to end up really, really high. But I'm not going to tell you that, blow smoke up your ass and tell you that, this is the best thing ever. It's not. It's not the best thing ever. It's just good. It's very good.
That's fair.
Yeah. I mean, you have to, like, for me, like stuff like Daredevil, I try to keep it in its little sandbox of other Marvel shows, to compare it to. But something like Invincible is harder to compare it to something because I think the next other thing would be like The Boys, but even that is like they're so just different.
But they're all shows, right?
I mean,
so like, do I enjoy that? Is Severance better than Daredevil? I like Severance better than Daredevil. I do. But there's two different genres. But what did I enjoy more? But Daredevil's at his beginning, so it's okay for the first 2 episodes for me to say was just great. If I'm rating it, I gave it an 8, and I give something else a 9. Do I hate it? No, it's good. I just don't think that this is the best thing I've ever seen. No, I think that's putting it on a pedestal that it can't match. It won't ever be able to match it. I wanted to put it in a place that is relative, that makes sense. And then it can continue to match it.
Here, let's might as well talk about it. We're already talking about it. Might as well talk about it. Because Collector said, what's it from scale 1 to 10? So yeah, I still want to hear from you guys, and I see some of you guys in chat, kind of talking about it. Like here, Collector, this is a really good question because this was like, I think the best comparison is which was a better pilot, the Netflix pilot or the Disney Plus restarted pilot.
But it's not really a pilot,
exactly. It's not really a pilot. It's a restart,
but it's still based on the same stuff that they already did for the last 3 seasons. So it's hard to compare that at all. I mean, I think I liked it more than so. I think Luke Cage, the first 2 episodes of Luke Cage, I was enthralled in. Very much Jessica Jones. The first 2 episodes of Jessica Jones, because it dropped all at the same time. But the first 2 episodes I was enthralled in, because I didn't know what to expect. So I don't even think it's fair for me to compare that to Daredevil, because Daredevil, I kind of did know what to expect. I already had 3 years of investment into it. So it's hard to compare, but it's good. I'm not sitting here telling you it's not good. It's not the best thing ever. It's not.
Yeah. No. I mean, for me, I think it's hard to catch. I think I forgot what else we were talking about that. But it's hard to catch lightning in a bottle twice, kind of thing. And that first season was epic, because it was very, very different than other Marvel stuff we saw. Very dark, legit dark.
It was Yeah,
super violent.
it didn't pull any punches. It was a little more grounded. It seemed a little more plausible than some of the, despite the premise, than some of the other Marvel stuff that we had seen, and it was just it was very much in its own little corner. You could consider it part of the greater Marvel universe, but at the same time, it was very much standalone.
Because it was Netflix, so
because it was Netflix, yeah. Save for, I don't think it was until Luke Cage they started making greater MCU references, very much here and there.
But it would just be touching it, not storytelling.
It was
connecting.
It was kind of just peppered here and there. But yeah, and I still rewatch the Netflix Daredevil series. I think it still holds up. I could still sit there and be enthralled.
I think the Netflix Daredevil, the first season, was the best out of all the Netflix stuff. And I loved, don't get me wrong, I am a Luke Cage fan through and through. I love Jessica Jones when I saw, but I still say Daredevil was the best.
Yeah, Daredevil really did reign supreme. I loved Luke Cage. Honestly, I loved both seasons.
Yeah, Bush.
Jessica Jones still thought it was solid all around, even though the third season was on the lesser side. But I still liked it overall.
Season 1 was really good.
Season 1 was great. Season 1 was great. Plus, it had David Tennant.
Yeah.
One of the best Doctor Who's.
Even my Doctor Who.
But that first season set the bar. It set the standard, and not saying everything else wasn't great. Because they were Brandman was saying, it wasn't that new-ish, that new feeling was gone, So it's we expected good things from all these other shows, and we got it, I think, for the most part. But now it's been
Iron Fist.
So yeah, that's what I said, for the most part. For the most part, Defenders was it had potential. It was, but we'll see.
Defenders was watchable. I guess.
Yeah.
It's the best word.
Yeah,
pretty much.
I think.
But it's been 7 years since
So
the end of the Netflix Marvel stuff, right? Or since the last season of Daredevil, I believe, right?
Since the last season
of Daredevil. Since the last season. I was
So it's been a while since we got Daredevil, and people have been wanting it, because I believe, wasn't it 2024 was when the rights back, came back
2020
or 2023.
And in 2024, they had most of it, of the show already done. Yeah. And then that's when Feige watched it and said, F that, we're really doing this whole thing. And I think that's kind of what, where you get this hype from, because it's so much better and everyone's telling you is really good. And we all saw what's up, Sheed? We all saw the sneak peeks, and all that stuff was so good. And they have great actors in it, and you feel the intensity. But I'm not going to tell you that this first 2 episodes I saw was better than Netflix. I think it can be. I think the whole season could be. But as of right now, I have it below it. Yeah.
I think you got to wait until you see the whole season, which is only 9 episodes. Because that's what they're doing. Because then season 2 is another 9 episodes. So we are getting 18 episodes of Daredevil, but it's not consecutive, which sucks, because we were told we were going to get a full season.
Which I was so pumped for that. God damn it.
It does suck, but it fits right in line with everything else Disney Marvel's doing.
Well, I feel like I hijacked the question before you guys got to tell your piece of how good something actually was. So let me shut up. Brandon, you go ahead and talk about how much you enjoy Daredevil. So I'll shut up in here and listen now.
Okay.
Wait, real quick, give some of the chat. Yeah, hold on. Let me just knock these 2 out. Delta Dan said the first episode of Daredevil was a 9. The second was an 8. All the moments with Mark and Fisk are fire. Matt and Fisk are fire. Yep. Born Again is the best series Marvel has produced. It's good. I think it's a little too early to say.
I don't even think that
yeah,
either.
I wanna wait until I watch all of it and before I go there.
I still say Loki's better. Like
yeah. Right
but
from
that's
the jump,
not
Loki
fair.
was pretty awesome.
But that's not fair for me, right? Because we have a whole season of Loki and Daredevil. We've only had 2 episodes.
2 seasons of Loki. So
yeah.
So it's still a little early. But yeah, all right, Brian, man. What you think about Daredevil, the first 2 episodes?
Oh, I liked it. I really liked it. I liked how right out of the woodwork it set the tone for what we're gonna get this season. I liked that it legitimately did feel like a continuation, or a standalone. Like if you haven't, like I've talked to people who didn't even watch the Netflix version, and on one hand I'm kind of like, shame on you, what are you doing? And then the other, I'm like, yeah, I get it. It's great to see Charlie Cox and Vincent D'Onofrio, Deborah Ann Wool, Eldon Henson back into this, back in these roles. I think the scenes between Murdoch and Fisk were amazing. Like the diner scene was awesome.
So good.
I like the way that it was shot. It's still they understood what worked from the original, and they ran with that with kind of like some little, not even tweaks, just like some kind of comic booky additions, like in terms of particularly like the way that Daredevil moves, like his acrobatics and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Other than that, I'm happy they're sticking with what works, and like just the brutality of the show with the fight scenes. Thought that was awesome. And they play a TV on the radio song at the end of the first episode, which is one of my favorite bands. Actually, my Facebook background is the lead singer of TV on the radio. So when they started playing "Staring at the Sun," which actually fit the character of Matt Murdock in that moment, I thought that was amazing. So they had me there. So it had me wanting to check out more. Had me wanting to watch more. The first 2 episodes.
Yeah, and I think that's one of the most important things, right? Is like you got to hook the people, right? You got to hook the fans to where they're at, like what's next, what's gonna happen next, And I'm not sure how you guys liked how the end of episode 2 was.
Fire.
I was just like,
fire.
Because you just see it where he's like, you don't want to do this, and like for me, I'm watching, I was like, is he talking to the guys or is he talking to himself? Because
exactly,
he's like, and and that's what, like, I hate that the showrunner or the director, whoever, said like, oh, there's not going to be the dialogue, it's going to be more action. But I'm like, but the dialogue is what made it great.
And it's a lot of dialogue. It's a lot of dialogue. I mean, the courtroom part of it was better than anything we got with fucking She-Hulk. It is way great. It's actually lawyery. Like I said to you, I was like, I feel like I was watching the episode of Law and Order. Which first, I'm just gonna let you guys understand, Law and Order is probably my favorite thing ever. Yeah. So just don't get me wrong, like it's one of my favorite things. Don't let me get some SVU, but it's that good. It was that intense. It was that smart, well written. So I mean, these are all positives. I'm just not ready to anoint it. But these are all unbelievably positive. I mean, I even him speaking to White Tiger and the way they did the respect of White Tiger was just superb. I mean, I loved it. Even though, I don't know if you guys caught it, he's like, he didn't even have his amulet on, his magical amulet on. I was like, how you would be grounded and didn't have fucking magic? Like,
well, I think they're doing a really good job with
they throw it in,
going in between, like it's grounded because he's a street level guy, comic book character, but he's still a comic book character, like Brandman was saying, like he's swinging around, Delta Dan brought it up, he's swinging around. We didn't get that in the Netflix thing, we're getting that here. Like it fit what he was, like he's a badass, like that's what he kind of does. You know,
Yeah,
Maybe
you know,
that magical amulet was a little weird.
that was weird.
There's no reason to say it at all. Like you just could say he didn't have his mask on. He didn't have any of these things that make him who he is. There was no reason to throw that in.
But I just find it also interesting that like some of these heroes are so investigated or well known that they know what makes them powerful. You know what I mean? Like obviously Daredevil, I don't think people know he's blind. They just know he's a badass fighter and all that. But like White Tiger,
blind, it would be a problem. You know exactly who he is.
Yeah, like you can probably like round it up to a few people. But like with him, it's like White Tiger is like people. It's such a well-known fact that like White Tiger gets his power from the amulet. So I was like, that's kind of interesting where people are like investigating these things. The Spider-Man reference. Awesome, loved it. It didn't feel out of place. It felt very much like what they're supposed to do. It make him back into a street level kind of guy swinging around. So I like that. Plus
it's still, like I said, they're still using what worked from the original. It's just it just kind of lends itself to a greater to the greater MCU. But I like that they're still keeping it is what it is for the most part. Yeah. Save for exactly what we were just talking about.
Yeah.
Question for you guys then. I got a question. Yeah. So do you care about Vanessa and Fisk going to the psychologist, the therapist, the couples counseling? Because I have two different answers. Yeah. So I just want to know what you guys
but it's also she's dating
Daredevils,
Daredevil, so it adds that extra layer of.
Do you care that they're fucking going to a therapist?
Sure. Only because I found myself pretty invested in the character of Fisk. I think he's very compelling in terms of the way that A, he's written, and B, I really enjoy watching the way Vincent D'Onofrio plays him. So my investment in the character is kind of really kind of keeping me interested even in stuff like that he does.
But does that take away from the character? Not really.
No.
I mean, I don't think it adds or takes away from the character, but it does say something about Vanessa. But as I digress, I just was wondering.
No, not necessarily, to answer your question. I think if anything, it just kind of makes him. It just kind of adds another potential layer to him. That's what I think works about this about Fisk. Yeah. I really enjoy him. As a character, and furthermore as an MCU villain, because it's kind of far and few that we get such compelling villains in the context of the MCU. So it kind of has me interested watching him even do that.
Yeah. I'm more interested in Vanessa more than I've been before, because I feel like she's gonna be a problem. Like, she was never really a problem. She was always kind of in the way, kind of, or always a reason why Fisk would do things.
Yeah.
Now I feel like she's going to be like a problem, and I think it's the whole way that they're setting up, at least this season, of who you are now versus what you were then. And for Daredevil, it's very simple. Matt is Matt, and he's got Daredevil. Fisk is one person. He doesn't put on a mask. But what he made Vanessa do is, like, that Kingpin title transferred over. Like, she became Kingpin. So, like, it's Mayor Fisk, but also he has Kingpin in his life, that is represented by Vanessa. So it's like this whole, dual personalities that Fisk and Matt are going with this season, I think is interesting. And for Fisk, it's her, because she's kind of a badass so far, because she's like, she goes, I don't want to hear your shit about like, your little made up daughter, and you were gone. Like, I was running the business, and she's like in here like
badass. She sound like a woman.
But she wasn't like that before. She wasn't like that before. She was very
because she wasn't involved in the business. But
she
anyone
was
who
the
was
wife.
involved in it,
she was the wife. She was like, "Oh, protect me." But then she realized, "Oh, by me being with you, I have power." And she kind of got pissed. She got really pissed by like, you took my power away just by walking in the door. And that pissed her off. So it's really curious to see, because he has this love, and she's more like, you have the power that I grown to crave. So she's gonna be a problem, and I'm really curious to see what he does. Because part of me is like, I wonder if he kills her because he has to reclaim that Kingpin title.
No, I don't see it that way, but
I don't know if he kills her. That would be fucking epic if he does.
No, because he can't do that. That would be against his character of Kingpin.
But if she's not who she is anymore,
doesn't matter.
If she's not Vanessa, if
he doesn't care about himself,
he loves. Yeah,
he loves her no matter what. Usually, right? Because he's done it multiple times. If he kills her, it's on accident. He will never intentionally do something to
I
it.
can see that, like blinded by rage.
No, not even just like totally not think it's her, and she's like, he does something and then finds out that it was her. Like he would never look at her and like she.
If she tries to kill him,
he'll probably been down. He'll probably just been down and take it
because they brought up Echo in this, and when Matt's like, "Oh yeah, your daughter who shot you in the face, right?" They kind of laugh at it, which was
and what does he do? Once again, he lets her do it. Like I think he loves hard.
Yeah.
At the beginning, when they started doing the whole therapy thing, I thought it was stupid as hell. I was like, "What the fuck? What are we doing, guys?"
Yeah.
I don't.
What's up, Nikisha?
What's up, Nikisha? I thought it was stupid. It was idiotic, and there was no need to do it. The second we kind of got into the therapy session, the more I thought that it was actually important.
Shut up, Ace.
I think it became.
I think by the time you're sitting down on the couch and they're going back and forth on what they want, then you're like, oh, okay, I think this is more of a bigger issue.
I don't think it's gonna become an issue. I think it became more of a okay. So as he said, I want to continue to have my wife and learn to have my wife. And the problem is when you're Mayor Fisk, you can't do it. So I think she's going to be the reason to pull him back into the crime part too, and realize he can handle both, be a mayor and be a criminal. She's the one that's going to bring him into that. I don't think that he's going to necessarily have to kill her. I think she's going to say, we need to do this. And she's going to be his backbone and make him realize he can be both worlds and let her still run it. But he is still the head of it. I think that's what it was going to be. But I got that idea now because I feel like who's going to die is the therapist. And but I thought that's why it made more sense now to bring her in. And I was like, okay, now I understand what's going on. They're dating. This makes a lot more sense. And I was okay with it. But it did slow down and did feel a little bit less. The timing was a little bit off because of it. So like we were doing these things and these things, and then they went to the therapy session. I was like, well, it's weird that you placed it right here. But then we got into it and understand what you were doing. The first 2 episodes about everyone understanding who these characters are. And Vanessa is very important to who he is. Yeah. But even I like where they placed it in that episode, because it just shows you how even without Matt knowing, Fisk is still fucking up his life. He's like, I'm supposed to go on my date with my girlfriend. Hey, I got some work I gotta do. It's very important. Matt was going to cancel anyway. Yeah, but so I don't know. That's why it felt out of place, because Matt was already doing what he was doing. So I was like, it was like all this stuff actually leading up to the action. And then this was kind of like stalling it a little bit. And then I was like, okay, but I get over it because I think it's gonna be important to the story. And then where else would I put it? So, it is what it is. Yeah. No. Yeah. I mean, it wasn't like my favorite scene or anything, but I think it is pointing out where, like, I think Vanessa is gonna be more of a player than a pawn. Because I feel like in the first couple seasons she was there, but she herself didn't do anything. It was her just being there
was enough for Kingpin
Did
to
she
like
do anything
protect
though?
her. Well,
Even
no,
as
because she's in
Kingpin?
charge now. So
But
now
she didn't do anything though. She ran it like a business. She didn't physically do anything. She ran it. She respected all parties, but part of it she doesn't understand is that they respected her because of who she was too. So like
who she
she
married
didn't
to.
do anything physically at all. She wasn't dominant over anything either. So like I don't think she did anything. So that that's going to come up in itself anyway.
Yeah, I dare I say, in the Netflix run, I don't know if a background figure is the right word to use to describe her.
But motivation.
She was a little bit more than that.
Yeah, she was a little bit more than that. But, she was definitely more of a reactionary character in the original, rather than like the big wig that she is now. And again, I'm curious to see where that pans out, because like I was saying, that potentially adds yet another layer to the character of Fisk, which I'm just excited to see. I really like seeing them develop him and just kind of add more. It makes me look at him as a lot more than just your average villain. And let's face it, much as I love the MCU, much as I'll rewatch most of the stuff, we have a lot of throwaway villains. So it's always refreshing to see one come along like this that's a cut above the rest. And within the context with this medium, a TV series, a streaming series, you have more wiggle room to flesh them out. I really appreciate the fact that they're taking advantage of that. So do as much of it as you want with this character.
Yeah. I mean, it's also with a great actor, Vincent D'Onofrio.
Oh, D'Onofrio also so great.
He was in Law and Order.
He was in Law and Order, right?
But he's a guy who does TV very well, and has been in movies, So if you ever want to take him and put him in a movie, if it makes sense, obviously you're just not going to throw Kingpin in a movie with fucking like Kang or Doom, But if you do like a Spider-Man 4 with Daredevil, and if Spider-Man 4 winds up being like a street level thing, like we hope. I can see Kingpin popping up.
That's the one thing that I want more than anything in the world. Spider-Man and Daredevil like teaming up against Fisk. It would be a dream come true. Especially D'Onofrio Fisk, like Tom Holland, Charlie Cox, going up against them. Especially if and even from what we've seen in Hawkeye and Echo, it seems like they're kind of doing a little bit more, like kind of giving him like a little more of that comic booky feel in terms of what he can do. Basically him being a peak human in terms of his like strength, which would be awesome. So yeah, hell, play with that too.
So the one thing I enjoyed, probably one of the most things that I enjoyed right off the bat, we get a fight scene that I thought was I legit sat and I thought, I'm like, was it as good as fight scenes from the original Netflix? And I don't know, I really love the fight scene between him and was it Bullseye?
Yeah,
with the knife thing, and it felt like Daredevil, like the Daredevil that we're used to. What do you guys think?
It did. And not to steal your thunder, Tank, just want to add something to it. One thing that I associate with the Daredevil series, they even did this in She-Hulk on his brief appearance. We always get that one at some point in the season. We get that tracking shot fight scene. Which or that long shot fight scene. And I was even talking to a friend of mine who's a really big fan of the Daredevil series. He was waiting for it. I've known this kid since I was a teenager. We went to summer camp together. But we were always asking ourselves leading up to, are we going to get our tracking shot fight scene? and yeah, we got it 10 minutes in.
Yeah.
But yeah. I just wanted to add that little anecdote.
That's funny. What about you, Brian? What do you think about the fight scene, or any fight scene, really?
It was fine. I mean, it was good. I think it's going to be better. I think it was. I thought some of the CGI was not crisp. I thought that it was okay. But I think it was the first scene. I thought it was important to the story. I hated the idea that they made this whole big deal about Foggy coming back and then killed him off.
Yeah.
That was stupid. Like, I just like, then what the fuck did you even mean? Give me all this, like, hey, Foggy coming back, all this stuff, and they all here. What the fuck? It was 4 minutes. Well, why is he already dying? I mean, like that was like, okay, then what was the point? So, I'm not going to sit there and think that all that was great, but that's more storytelling. And I'm just a fan saying I'm complaining because I wanted Foggy there longer. So that's not like neither, talking about the show or anything. It's just me not being happy about Foggy being dead, even though the motherfucker is coming back for the season 2. So I really don't know what the hell's going on with that. So I am really confused. But, I'm just going to be patient, and say, these are guys that are doing a good job usually with storytelling, and I'm going to let them tell a story, and I'm not going to sit here and harp on every single second. I'm just, once again, not anointing it. I'm just going to kind of wait and see. I'm going to put that as my moniker when I'm watching Daredevil. Wait and see how good it could be or not be. I'm not going to pretend like it's great, the best thing since sliced bread. I'm not going to pretend like it's not good, because I'll be lying too. I'm just going to wait.
Yeah. I mean, right now, just by itself, I think it is great.
Even though throwing off the fucking
great it's going to be.
Throwing him off the fucking building was awesome. And him bouncing.
Dude, that was awesome. That was,
he heard the heartbeat stop, and he's like, he looked at me, he just threw him off the fucking building. Awesome.
Yeah. So season 2's already done. Season's what he signed up for.
Yeah, because they just started filming season 2. Like this week, if I'm not mistaken?
Yeah, I thought they started.
They just started season 2.
Yeah. Foggy's signed out for season 2. Just saying. Yeah. I don't know how they're gonna. Maybe it might be another flashback or something like that. But from what I understand was this whole first episode was like a big rewrite. Was this one, and I get it, because for me, I don't know how you guys felt, but episode 1 was we have to. This is how we tie it into the previous stuff. In a way, so this is how it all ties in. But then episode 2 was, here's the new stuff, here's the new world, here's what was it, a year later or whatever it was,
the time jump.
Here's the story that we're going to tell. So it was kind of like, I got what they were trying to do. We're like, hey, this is how it's connected, this happens, and then we move forward with the time skip, and now we're in the new Daredevil kind of world, which again I'm good with. Like I said, we're still pretty early on in the game, but I'm very like kind of here and there when it comes to time jumps. Especially in the MCU right now.
Yeah, like hell, like Endgame, it worked. Obviously, I thought that worked really well. If you could do it right, because sometimes we have Endgame, sometimes we have Fantastic Four 2015 when it comes to time jumps. So I'm looking forward to kind of seeing. So far, it's working for me.
Yeah.
There's kind of a lot they can do with the time jump. Flashbacks. How that's kind of crafted. How that's further crafted Matt Murdock. So I'm curious to see what they do with it. And yeah, just to kind of piggyback with what you were saying, Brian, I think Foggy was added to, like the reshoots when they basically overhauled the show. Originally, this was going to be basically like a complete overhaul, just with Charlie Cox and Vincent D'Onofrio remaining, which I thought was a dumb idea.
Yeah, I agree.
Because they were basically tossing everything that worked about this show down the crapper, and you're like, why? So thankfully, thank goodness for the for the strike, because that's when they came to their senses and
That's when
basically
Feige looked at it. He was like, "So let me show me what you actually did."
yeah.
He had some free time.
hmm
So, yeah. But I mean, even if you add them in for the one episode, it just it brings back that nostalgia, you know, a little bit, where you're like, okay, it is a continuation, you know, because I believe Vincent came out recently. I think he said like this was gonna be not at all, you know, and then they wind up changing.
It was gonna be a totally new story.
Just a new story, not
It was
connected
not
to
gonna
the
be
old
any
stuff.
connected issue.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know,
that would have been such a bad idea.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. You know, and then just even with the first episode, and I wonder if that's why the CGI wasn't the best, you know, because she said it was kind of weak, and I wonder because they recorded it and they were maybe trying to like, hey, we still got to stay on schedule and come out a little bit. It wasn't horrible CGI, but you can definitely tell.
You're saying like you're trying to say like this is going to be the best thing. It's the best thing that Marvel did. And I was like, well, I could see that this doesn't look as crisp as it should look, you know, especially as much time as you've taken. But you know, these are details, right?
Mm-hmm.
If I'm talking about the entire show, I'm saying this entire show is really good.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just these details make me take it down a couple of notches. You know, so you know, I was going through some of my Daredevil comic books, and you know, I think we're gonna get this episode with the Punisher. You know,
Punisher.
You know,
yeah. That's why I mean,
like
by the time we get into by the end of the season, we might not even look back this episode 1 and be like, "Oh my god, that was horrible CGI." We might just be like, "Oh my god, Punisher killed a bunch of people and Jessica Jones came back and whatever else they want to, you know, tie in, you know." So,
and then them throwing that amulet out there does make me say that you have magic in this world. What do they do with that magic? I don't know. So you know, I'm just saying that could be something. And we'll see. So I mean, I'm excited to see where they go with it, but I'm just once again, I want to be more realistic and I want to be truthful to what I thought about it, and I thought that it was good. So yeah.
And then one, or do you want to say something, Brandman, before I cut you off earlier?
I think I forgot.
No.
Yeah.
All right. But one last thing I did want to bring up was since you're talking about, you know, the amulet with White Tiger, is the actor, he went up passing away last year.
That's what I was gonna say. Now I'm reminded. Just you know, in terms of like kind of elements that they're adding from the comic. Yeah, the White Tiger subplot is like straight out of the Bendis run from what, like late 90s, early 2000s, if I remember correctly.
Probably
somewhere around there.
I don't remember the year, but yeah,
actually have it. So yeah, it's from the late 90s. It's like 98,
late
99.
90s. Yeah,
that's that one.
Yeah, I absolutely love the Bendis run. So yeah, add as much of that.
I was trying to find it when you were talking like the whole time. I was like, I've been trying to find it. I know I have it. I put it over here just in case, and I could not find it. I know it's here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Because I believe I'm trying to look. I don't know too much about White Tiger, but I believe there's different like I don't want to say mantle, but it is kind of it's been passed down, right?
I think so.
Like whoever has
the suit itself, yeah, and amulet, exactly. The amulet, it gives them the power. It has been passed down from generation to different family members and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's like a family thing, you know. So yeah, family legacy, you know. Yeah,
don't talk about mantles right now. I'm not ready for that yet.
Yeah, I know, right? But it makes sense when it is a mantle, when they write it in the story and then there's lore of it. That's what I was trying to get at. Is like when it's meant to be a mantle, then it should be a mantle. You know, that's what I'm kind of saying. You know, it's like,
and don't make it a mantle when it's not supposed to. Never.
Yeah, you know, well, like Blue Beetle. Like Blue Beetle is a great example. That's not a mantle. You know, there's two separate characters between the old Blue Beetle and the new Blue Beetle. You know, they just have the same name. You know, so that's like not. But this is like, no, it's a thing, and it gets passed down and inherited. So I wonder if that's what they might do. You know, with the passing of the actor, of the season, if they might like, oh well, I was trying to see who's next after what was his name? Hector? What's his name? I think
Hector.
Yeah. So I wonder if they're gonna like, oh yeah, he winds up being killed in jail or some shit, and I believe it's what his niece inherits it. So I don't know. That's kind of interesting, but I do like seeing these other characters, in it. I wonder how much we're gonna get, because I believe we got a new Elektra too.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, there's a female. I believe the female White Tiger is after Hector. He passes it on to looking into
to his niece. I think it is his niece.
Yeah.
Is.
Yeah. So yeah, but I'm in for like getting some cool characters like that. Like I want to see more of that. Shit, bring in Tom Holland for an episode,
right?
Marvel, they're not going to want to.
No, they won't ever do that.
They're not going to cross their.
And I think you can't. I think Sony came in and said like, no, you can't use Tom Holland. That's why they didn't do the voice for the last one. That's why they had to separate who he was in the cartoon, this recently cartoon, because Sony was like, no, you do not do that. So. Yeah, we're not getting Tom Holland, even though that would be cool. But
that would be awesome.
Not gonna happen.
But yeah, but I'm not getting my hopes up.
On many levels, yeah, on many levels that won't happen for many reasons. But yeah, anything else before we move on?
Nope.
Fun.
I want to talk more about the MCU, so that's why I'm just going to be quiet.
Yeah. But yeah, it's a fun episode. First couple episodes, definitely interested to see where it goes. But they're gonna recast the White Tiger. If they do, that's
oh my god.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, but yeah. Yeah, so I think for the most part, I think you guys in chat are saying you're digging it too. So, yeah, like Brian said, I'm not ready to dub it the best thing that we got from Marvel TV yet. But it's fun. It's a lot of fun. I had a good time watching. I'm really interested to see where it goes, and these characters are great with these actors are great with these characters. So yeah, can't wait to see where we got. What, 7 more episodes?
7 more episodes.
Yes. Oh, yeah. So, yeah. Let's keep going with this, and hopefully, it spawns like a good TV universe. Can we get that? Can we, a Marvel TV universe? So the MTVU. I don't know what would that. I don't know what would you call it. MTU. I don't know. But yeah. But if you're watching on a replay, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, leave a comment. Let us know what you guys think about Daredevil, the first couple episodes. So leave a comment. But we appreciate everyone coming in and hanging out with us. And if you are in the live chat right now, stick around because we're going to move on to our next topic for the night.
I thought you were going to say MCView.
MCView.
Nice. I wouldn't have even thought of that.
Yeah.
Oh man. I mean, as I said, like, it was good, guys.
No.
Ava,
that's the niece,
the next White Tiger.
Yeah.
Well, I knew I was reading all you guys' messages, and I was like, I don't know if I should say anything. Like,
I mean, I had a blast with it, man. Like, some of the CGI did look a little weird, when he like landed on the building. I was like, okay, whatever. But that fight scene, I thought the fight scene was really, really well done. The ending of it was really, really well done. The court stuff was really good. The diner scene was so good because they're just both telling each other, like, it was just I don't know. The diner scene was really, really good. So
but we all knew that, right? And I just feel like because people are, when you're a fan, you're saying this better than it really is. Like, this is good. It's really good. But I'm like, am I loving it more than anything else I've seen? No, I mean, it's good. Could at the end I look back and say, yes,
by 2 episodes in, what would you say it was better than than this?
I would put it behind. For me, I'll put it behind WandaVision. I'll put it behind Loki season 1 and season 2, and that's
After the
probably
first two episodes of WandaVision.
I loved it. I loved what they're doing because I knew what was going to happen. I understood that the world was there. I said, you can go back and look at our video. I thought that was great. Everyone else was like, oh, but I think it had more to do with her being a woman than it had to do with anything else. So like that, all that negativity, I'm not with that. So so if I'm saying that, I thought it was good from the get go. So like this, once again, I thought that there's some CGI problems, there's some issues, whatever. There's some good, great, and mediocre things, but it's also coming off the back of 3 seasons of Daredevil. Mm-hmm. So it's like it's already a show that's going back and going next to it. Like this is not a brand new thing. So it probably takes some points for me for that. Yeah. So at the end of it, if it's great, I'm just going to tell you it's great. Doesn't mean that I'm not going to sit there and not tell you right now is that the best thing. It's just it's good. It's really good. It has a chance to be great. I feel like it's a rookie coming out in the NBA, in an NBA draft. Like this dude, he's the greatest thing of all time. I'm like, no, he's good, man. He could be great, one of the greatest things of all time. But let's let it cook. That's how I feel. Like let's let it cook.
Yeah, yeah. And it being already established it sets there's a bar. And I think season 1 of the Netflix is the bar. And. So just if you want to keep it in Daredevil with the seasons we got, like that's the bar because that was so good. I think so far it's off to a better start than season 3. Yeah, season 3 was like
hell yeah, but season 3 was probably the worst. Yeah, that was probably the worst one.
But it still had maybe a 90 on Rotten Tomatoes. Season 3,
But that's because once again people love Daredevil so much. When you have a great season 1 and a damn good season 2, season 3 was going to start off with being good. People are not going to immediately hate it.
Yeah. So, but I like Brian said, I can see this being like really, really good by the end. It just sucks we get 9 episodes.
Yeah,
I playing love Daredevil. Yeah,
wanted and expected a lot more.
Yeah,
beggars can't be choosers, right?
Yeah. Well, hopefully we don't wait too long for the second 9 episodes. Season 2. So are they gonna? Is that what this one is just called? Is just Daredevil Born Again? And with season 1, season 2, season 3, or I just thought that's what this season was called.
As far as I can tell,
yeah, yeah. Because they're giving you a new season number, like starting back from 1.
Yep.
So I don't know. If they do Luke Cage, if they do Jessica Jones,
Born Again season 2,
like it's gonna be Luke Cage. I don't know what subtitle you would give it.
Maybe they call it Power Man.
Yeah. Luke Cage Power Man or the Power Man or something like that. Maybe
that'd be awesome. Luke Cage Power Man.
That does sound pretty awesome. There we go.
Luke Cage Hero for Hire.
Power Man.
Hero for Hire. That'd be a good one. But yeah,
I think that's more of season 2. It's going to say it's going to be Daredevil Born Again season 2.
Yeah, that's what it's just called. Yeah, isn't it filming? Yeah, I think it started.
They started filming a few days ago, like at the beginning of
Monday. I think it was Monday.
Yeah. So we'll see.
Oh man, it's going to only have 8 episodes.
Oh, is it? I thought it was going to be 9 again.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. But I'm looking at it right now and it says it's going to have 8 episodes.
That's way too little. 8 episodes. At that point, if you're going to give us a 9 and an 8 episode season and they're going to be kind of close together, you should have just did one regular season at the very least. That would have been 17 episodes. That's
a great first time in doing that.
Yeah. He said, please that dope that Power Man title. I think that'd be a good title if you want to bring it back, like Luke Cage the Power Man or something.
That'd be cool.
Exactly, because they always had it. Yeah, you had the Power Man, you have the Luke Cage comics, but all of the beginning was Power Man. So if you're going to redo it, call Luke Cage the Power Man. That would be awesome.
Just combine it.
Yep.
Yeah. But
yep. So we're talking about it's going to be. They're trying to have it out by the end of the year.
I can see all for it.
I can see that.
Let's go.
Yeah.
But it's just doing it now. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be 8 episodes.
Yeah. I mean, the one good thing, like, it depends on how crazy you want to make Daredevil move. Depends on how much CGI you actually want to put into it. Because I appreciated him doing all the acrobatic shit because that felt very, very comic booky. Just as like if you do that from the start, hopefully you plan it and actually can spend time with the CGI, and stuff like that. But the Netflix stuff, I don't remember there being like crazy CGI. Like obviously there always is, but nothing too.
It was very minimal.
Wild. Yeah.
January 2026.
Yeah, very minimal. That was just January
2026. Yeah.
I'm cool with that. Just don't call him Power Man. Yeah. Yeah. Then I think they did that in season 1 of Luke Cage or something like that.
And he said, "Don't call me Power Man."
Yeah. They alluded to it. Yeah.
I mean, they even gave him the outfit, which was fucking awesome. That was so good. Even they did it with Jessica Jones too when she was trying all the different costumes. They gave her the Jessica Jones whatever costume. So yeah, I like little callbacks,
like those nods. Yeah,
the little nods to stuff like that is always a lot of fun. As long as it's a little organic, it's not too out of the way. It was cool, but
but 8 episodes. Yeah, this is where we're getting 8 episodes.
That sucks. Yeah, 8 episodes is lazy.
And what I'm reading right now,
damn good 8 episodes.
So there was 18 episodes. When they scrapped it, they cut it down to 8. So then they redid 1 episode themselves. So that's why it's a 9 episode thing for this first season, and 8 episodes are going to be the next thing that they do.
Yeah, because you can kind of tell that first episode was good, but like if you could put 1 and 2 together, like they didn't feel the same. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I mean, and doing the time jump makes sense on why it didn't feel the same. Like it flowed better with what they were doing. But if you can like oh, they recorded this and then like 8 months later they're like, oh shit, we need to do something else, we need to tie it together, and then they did the first episode later, way later. Like you could definitely tell. But I think it worked out for the best, even with some of the quicker, weaker CGI, it was still.
So you guys, you asked everyone else, what did you rank them at? Would you rank it out of 10? Where would you rank it out of 10?
I thought it was a pretty good start, so I could give it. And on one hand, it's still kind of early to say this, but so far I'd give it.
Let's do each episode. Just do each episode.
The first episode I'd give like a 7.5, and then the second one I'd give an 8.
I'm right with you.
Yeah,
I am like 100% right with you. That's exactly what I would do.
I thought the first episode was a good hook. It was a good return to this world. The second episode did a little more for me in terms of kind of running with it.
Yeah, I don't know, because the first episode just tied it into the previous one, so it didn't really.
Yeah, it was kind of like a reintroduction.
But I really did love that fight scene, and I love like that visceral reaction that he had when he stops hearing Foggy, his heartbeat, and then he just like, throws him off and then drops his helmet and just like, oh, this is why he gives up. I don't want to give it like probably an 8, but the second one I probably give like an 8 too, because I thought it was a good like start of the actual season. Because episode 1 was like a prelude, I felt like, and episode 2 was the actual start of the season. So I'll probably give them both an 8. I'm right there.
Yeah, I was at 7.5. I thought the first one had some problems, so you lose points on things that you had problems with, and it's fine. And then the second episode was great, so get an 8.
Yeah. scroll down a little bit. Where you say the Jessica Jones series season 1 was probably one of the best of all the Defenders. Man, that's a good argument of like what season was the best of all of that stuff. I don't know. I mean, it's up there. Season 1 was really well done.
Season 1 of Luke Cage was amazing. At least season 1 of Daredevil was great, and season 1 of Jessica Jones. Those back to back are the best things I've had from Marvel. Like the best feelings I've had from Marvel in a long time.
Yeah. That was like peak Marvel like TV. Getting all 3 of those back to back, and then they just fumble so hard with
Iron Fist.
So bad.
What even was that? It's too bad because what even was that?
Yeah, that's
all right. Here, go ahead. Give me 1 second. I gotta go check on one thing real quick.
Okay. All right. Bring him down. There you go. I should bring him down. All Jessica Jones season were better than the Defenders to me. I mean, yeah. The Defenders, like I think Brandman said, it was watchable. Like it should have been better, and I don't know if they knew how to handle it. You know, like maybe they should have interacted in each other's shows more than they did. You know, so by the time they had a team up, it wasn't like a new thing. Like they all kind of know each other, and they started to do it with Jessica Jones and Luke Cage, you know, and then Rosario Dawson was like the connection of it all. But
the connector tissue.
Yeah.
She was basically the Nick Fury of the Netflix Marvel verse.
Yeah, pretty much patching everybody up,
tying everyone.
Yeah. But they should have definitely had more interactions in each other's shows a little bit, and then I think it could have been a really cool let me call up a buddy, rather than they were all kind of coming together for a common cause, rather than wanting to help each other and wanting to be a team. You know. So, I don't know.
Yeah, it was fine. I was entertained enough with Defenders.
You know, we never got the money shot. We never got the shot of all 4 of them, like, you know, Avengers Assemble kind of moment. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
What's up, Jason? How's it going? Going pretty good here.
Hey, Jason.
Iron Fist sucked. I didn't even finish it. I would say season 2 was. I think season 2 was a little bit better because of what's her name? I can't think of her name.
Colleen Wing. Yeah. She was my favorite part about that season. It's too bad, you know. I didn't consider Finn Jones the problem. He was working with the script that he was given, and if season 2 of Luke Cage proved anything, I think he could have been good with the right material. Like his episode that he showed up in was an improvement over pretty much anything in his solo series.
Way better, Luke Cage. Oh my goodness!
Yeah. Like that's the Iron Fist we all wanted to see, right? I mean, was that?
Yeah. All if I remember correctly, it felt like all they did in his solo series was him saying, "I am the Iron Fist," and then someone being like, "No, you're not," and then him being like, "Yes, I am.
I am the immortal Iron Fist. Prove it." Well, I got some problems right now. I can't get it going.
Yeah, I can't get it going right now, but I'll show you.
Yeah, and if you're gonna do a martial arts series, you really have to bring your A game when it comes to the martial arts, and they couldn't even do that. You know.
She's saying that we did get the money shot in the elevator. But Matt was Matt, and he wasn't Daredevil. He was in his suit or whatever with just his
mask,
that little thing over half his face. So no, like the money shot with like all of them in their costumes, TV costumes, and like I said, that Avengers Assemble kind of moment, But the elevator was the closest thing, and even that didn't feel. It didn't feel right, especially it was even in the episode. It was like they were getting on each other's nerves or some shit, if I remember correctly. Like they weren't like a team yet. So, do you think we'll get Claire again? No.
Boy.
No. At this point,
Rosario Dawson is. I'll pay for it. Yeah. I'll pay good money. Let's go. Man.
Yeah, more Rosario Dawson can fix it all.
Yeah, it's like, hey, I'm telling you, man, just give me some Rosario Dawson more. That just fixes everything. It makes the world better. The sun is brighter. Sun, like flowers bloom better. Like, I'm telling you, it's just better overall. Let's go. I don't need her to be Ahsoka. She just be herself. Be Claire. Let's go.
Just be Claire. We'll be a nurse. Just
they would have been fighting. You did this too? You too? All of us?
Excuse me. Said if we can have it, watch which Defender and Netflix Marvel show should Marvel Studios bring back? Jessica Jones, Iron Fist, Luke Cage, or Punisher?
Punisher's already back.
Yeah, Punisher's pretty much already back.
Yeah, and then I think they announced his own show
together. It's a special, a Marvel special.
Yeah, special. That's what it is.
Special.
Yeah. I mean, I think they're all going to come back. I mean, Punisher's in this season. You know,
Jessica Jones probably in either this or the next one.
Yeah,
and if you have Jessica Jones, you have to have Luke Cage. Like they're one side of the same coin. You know.
Yeah. But then if you have Luke Cage, it would make sense to bring in Iron Fist because then you have your Heroes for Hire with them two doing their thing, you know? So, I mean, yeah, I can see them all coming back. And that's the rumor is that they all want them to come back, you know? So.
Mama Bear is so funny. Oh, shit. I don't know. Seeing the certain cutie blush does more for me. He could be orange for all I care. Rosario Dawson's fine. Good Lord. Woo.
Yeah, she is.
I need like a inhaler or something like.
He said, I just never understood why Iron Fist had a proper costume. That scene felt like a bit weak with DD and no costume. Iron Fist with a suit. Yeah. It just, and his suit's not that difficult. Like I mean, right? I mean, he's pretty much has no shirt on half of the time. Give him some red, baggy pants and his little mask, thing. Like,
and call it a day. Yeah. You can go to any costume store and find his stuff.
Yeah. Especially at this point in the MCU. Well, not even at this point in the MCU because they kind of jumped into the comic accurate suits from ever since we got Iron Man. Yeah. So I don't think it was anything that they couldn't have gotten away with.
Yeah. But I mean, I get why you wouldn't want to have him running around without a shirt on in New York, in like December.
Just make it June and call it a day. You can do it all you want. You know, people be slapping him on his chest. Chest out.
And this is a comic book universe that we're dealing with, and I think at this point in time, everyone's good with that. So there were ways to have made it work.
I love Brand Man more than anyone else here, but Rosario wins, bro.
They're having a moment.
Give me a moment. That's all I'm saying. Give me a moment, Rosario. Come on. I can't even take it. That's one. I wish I could. Matter of fact, I have to put like someone in my place. Like I can't even take this moment. So I'm gonna put Brand Man in my place, and I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna pretend that was gonna be me.
Wear the little Google lens, so at least you can like. I can pretend. All right. And train some. Build some muscle.
All right. You can't have your shirt off if you're not ready.
Right.
You'll be next to Mike Colton and you look like, bro, what's wrong with you?
All right. You want to talk Invincible, or you said you had some MCU stuff you want to talk about, right?
Yeah. So, what do you guys think about if they do push back Doomsday and Secret Wars a year? So that is the thought process right now that all of a sudden, if you go Doomsday 2027 and Secret War now 2028, and you now do Black Panther 3 in 2026 or 2027, now do this recast T'Challa actually work? Now is Damson Idris really T'Challa? We talked about this last episode. How does that work? You know, like, does that change everything? Do you need to put in now Doctor Strange in? Do you see different movies coming out because they push it back a year? And then does it actually work better for the movies? Because we're rushing this shit now. If we're gonna be honest, we're doing a DC thing. We're rushing the storyline, trying to get to the Avengers. So would you be upset if they decide to push it back 2028, 2027, 2028? And would it work better for the MCU at large?
Good question.
Yeah, that's a good question, especially since they've like pretty much set everything in stone at this point.
Right. If
it means more quality, I'm a big advocate of taking as much time as you need. But as long as you're doing it for the right reasons, for the sake of the universe, if it'll prove beneficial, and we're kind of bringing it back to the caliber that the Russos have delivered. They've brought us some of the greatest MCU content. If it means that, if that's what we're ultimately going to get in the end, then I would be fine with it. If they're realizing where they went wrong and really trying to rebuild, again, I'd be fine with it. But if it's for the right reasons,
the movie that they'll probably move will be Shang-Chi 2 and Black Panther 3.
Yeah, they'll move it up to fill in those gaps.
Yep.
Yeah.
Shang-Chi should have had a sequel at this point.
Yeah. And I'm 100% on board with another Shang-Chi. Black Panther 3 is a Black Panther 3 going to be a make or break for a lot of people, especially a lot of diehard Black Panther fans.
Yeah.
You know it is for me. But but like what if they decide maybe they leave Doomsday where it is, then they push back Secret Wars a year. So if it's 2026, 2028, and now 2027, they put all the rest of these movies in. So like you fill out the whole line. And then now if you do Black Panther and you do recast T'Challa, it feels right. Now the Secret Wars movie makes a lot more sense because T'Challa is the main freaking character in Secret Wars.
Yeah.
So rushing it is probably a mistake.
Mm-hmm.
But then you can publicizing that it's coming out 2026, 2027 for such a long time. Does that mess up everything by moving them?
Yeah. I don't know if it messes up everything. I mean, because if that's the case, if you really want to do like a recast Black Panther and bring in Damson
Idris
in it, I would assume maybe you push that back too, right?
So, but the word is they'll move up.
They'll move up BP3 or
BP3 and Shang-Chi 2.
Yeah,
so those are the things they'll move up because there'll be characters within Secret Wars. And another reason to do this is when you're done with Secret Wars, you're done with this. You go right into the Mutant Saga. Yeah. So you're not going after Secret Wars and then bringing in Black Panther 3. You can't do that then.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. That's gonna be interesting because Black Panther 3 depends on the adventure movies, right? Like how that's all gonna play out.
Yeah, they're talking about all this recasting and Damson Idris, and is it recast or is he? Who is he really? So what kings he actually are they using? But they haven't talked to Coogler yet.
Yeah,
they haven't even talked to him. So how are you talking about negotiating with Damson Idris? Because you saw he deactivated his Twitter account, right?
Oh, did he? I didn't know that.
I did see that. The last
he said to somebody was he was like, "Oh yeah, I I'm not talking. I turned down Black Panther 3 or turned down being T'Challa, and I also decided not to be James Bond. Yeah, they offered me that too.
Oh, I did
and
see that.
That's when he deactivated his Twitter account.
And would you be surprised, Brian, if that, you know, if that were a bait and switch? You know,
wouldn't be the first time.
It wouldn't be the first time, especially in the context of Marvel.
Mm-hmm.
You know, everything's, you know, there's a lot of stuff that's always hush hush, top secret. So it wouldn't surprise me if we have a bait and switch on our hands.
No, I'm not sure. I mean, Damson Idris, I do believe he's going to be there. I've seen the concept art. I do believe he's going to be there, right? The question is now, who is he? You know, so if he's not T'Challa, then all of a sudden all hell breaks loose, and then it won't. Then you might actually be hurting yourself by moving Doomsday and Secret Wars, and finding out now that this variant or whatever it is not T'Challa. That would turn me off to a point where I'd be like, F Doomsday, F Secret Wars. I don't want to see. I don't care about none of it.
Mm-hmm.
You know. So would you take that chance of someone reacting that way? You know, and then if the Russos are planning on one thing and you haven't talked to Coogler, you know, who's enthralled in Sinners right now because Sinners comes out in the middle of April. So, like, what are we talking about doing? I mean, it's a lot of questions, and I'm not sure how each would affect the next.
Yeah, yeah. Because I always assumed Doomsday and Secret Wars were going to be like a back-to-back filming, like there was going to be like one long kind of filming session.
Yeah, right? Didn't the Russos themselves say that a couple of days ago that they plan on shooting them back to back?
They did. They did say they're gonna plan on doing that one big movie,
which would be you know, why not? You know, work for Infinity War and Endgame.
But that doesn't stop you from still having movies in between.
Oh no, absolutely not. Because we did that last time. You know, we did that with in the interim of Infinity War and Endgame, we got Ant-Man and the Wasp and Captain Marvel.
Yeah, that's right.
So there's enough room where you can fit another 2 movies in there in the space between.
And that's what they said. He said, 2 to 3 movies a year. You know, so if you release Secret Wars, at the end of say 2026, you release that, then you got, the end of 2027 to release the, Secret Wars or the other Avengers movie, so you have the beginning of that year to put in those 2 middle ones, to help fill the gaps. Because that's what Ant-Man and Captain Marvel did, was like, here, get ready for Captain Marvel because she's going to be important. And here's a little taste of how Ant-Man is going to affect, the next movie. I mean, granted, it was just a post-credit scene, but still.
But can you imagine? So that makes sense why you will put do Black Panther 3 if you're doing it the recast way.
Yeah.
Because he, once again, the most important person in Secret Wars is T'Challa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As far as any of the actual heroes are, T'Challa is the reason why anything goes right. If you're going to follow the Hickman line, you need T'Challa, right?
Yeah, and I think they're probably starting to catch a little bit of wind of that after now that they're coming to their senses after writing themselves into a corner. I think they're kind of realizing the folly of their decision last time, and now they need to. And now they need to, or they're trying to course correct.
Yeah. I bet you was like, oh, we don't have to deal with this. Like, we don't have to fix the problem. And now they're like, shit.
Yeah.
We gotta fix the problem that we caused. Yeah. Real quick, I did see this where he was, I would love to see John David Washington as Black Panther as T'Challa. But then she's like, he goes, no, I don't want to see John David Washington. But I mean, I would. I think he's a good actor. He'll be all right. Is he the best one? No, but if that's who they decide to go with, like, I'm on board. No,
man, John David Washington is like 40 years old.
Is he? No, is he that old now?
He's like, John David Washington has to be, I'm gonna guess 38 years old. I'm gonna guess.
Yeah, I mean, that might be right.
Yeah, and Boseman was
he's so new to the scene still. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, he went to college,
even
played
anymore,
football.
yeah.
You know, like
has a handful of like movies out.
He's 40. He's 40.
40, yeah. Yeah.
And Boseman
Aldous
was
Hodge is younger. Aldous Hodge is younger than John David Washington.
Oh yeah.
And I think Chadwick Boseman was roughly like close to the same age when he was cast, but
when he was cast in 2015,
2014,
2014, because he died at 42,
43.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Was it 42 or 43? You sure? Yeah. Okay. So he was 38.
Yeah, because they announced him when they announced him the day they announced Civil War, and that he was going to be that was going to be his introductory.
Yeah,
if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
24, 34. He'll be 37. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He was 37 when the cat. Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Tail end of 37, I think, right?
Yeah, because his birthday's at the end of the year. So.
You know, but Chadwick, you know, didn't look old. John, you know, doesn't look old. I haven't seen John in.
I don't see a black man that's 40 years old looking like he's 40 ever. What are you talking about, man? It's never happened. You know, we're talking about Ernie Hudson. Ernie Hudson's 70. You know, come on,
bring him in.
Oh man, people have a hard time saying, you know, Denzel Washington's 70. Yes, this is what it is.
Damn, he's 70.
See, look at you.
I mean, I was gonna guess like 50 something, but you forget, like, you know, because you see him, because the last time I saw him, like, he didn't look old I mean, he looked old, but he didn't look like 70 old, you know. In Ernie Hudson is almost 80.
None of us are. We don't look old. We don't get old. We get better. We're like fine wine. This is what we do.
Yeah, we are.
If we live, we look good all the way through.
For me, especially with the actors, then you start to remember, like, oh yeah, Ernie Hudson did a lot of shit, you know, in the 80s, you know, like like, so it's like, yeah, you know, same with John David Washington. I'm like, oh, he's still like new to the scene. I was like, no, not anymore. Like, he's not new to the scene anymore. Like, he's been in, you know, some big movies.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of big movies. He's been around for now 15 years.
Yeah. You know, because like the first thing I remember was the show, Ballers.
Yeah, Ballers.
Yeah, that was the first time I remember seeing him.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah,
but damn. Man, let's see what else you guys are saying about filling in Eternals 2 filling in.
It's not gonna happen.
Yeah. I think it seems like eventually, but not for in between.
What you would get if they threw a third movie in, it would be Thor.
I can see that.
It'll be Thor 5. That will be the third movie they'll do. That or Doctor Strange. Those are the ones that you will get, because you got Dormammu, you have Mephisto, you have all those type of ideas. So that's what you will be looking after, you know, because especially with the idea that Sacha Baron Cohen is going to be an Ironheart, and then who is he actually going to be? Is he going to be the human embodiment of Dormammu, or is he going to be Mephisto?
Yeah, he better be Mephisto.
So, well, they're saying it's a possibility he's Dormammu.
Yeah.
By the way, is it wrong that to this day, rather than Sacha Baron Cohen, I just refer to him as Ali G?
Ali G.
Ali G. I mean, I think most people would probably Borat.
Most people are Borat.
Most people are Borat.
Bruno, no one really uses. I refer to him as Ali G.
Ali G. No. Yeah, he's got all those characters. Yeah, I think Eternals deserves a shot. I think Eternals 2 is going to get a movie eventually. Eventually, I think they will. You know, you don't think so?
A TV show, maybe add-ons to someone else's movie. They're not going to spend the money that it takes to make an Eternals 2 movie. They took too big of a hit. They're not going to put another movie out there that's going to lose that much money. And if we get an Eternals 2 and we don't get a Blade movie, there might be a revolt.
Oh yeah, no. You need a Blade movie before Eternals movie.
Like, but what's the point of going to an Eternals movie after this whole saga's gone?
I can still see them doing it because the Eternals could like be outside and part of the universe like at the same time, you know, because of who they are. They can like oh, they survived the convergence or whatever reboot reason they give us, you know.
The only thing I got from that's good about the Eternals is right here.
Well, that's
It's Thanos.
Thanos.
You know, so like if Thanos is now you've done King Thanos and you're done with that storyline, then what's the point of doing the Eternals? You already have, you know.
Now you can get X, Avengers, X-Men, Eternals. You get all of them fighting against. That was a good comic book run.
Mhm.
It wasn't the best, but
it was
Axe
2/3 good. It was 2/3 good.
Yeah.
So 2/3 of it was really good.
The ending got really comic booky.
I was like, it was stupid. The ending was stupid. I'll tell you how it is. It was not good. But when I'm looking at all this stuff and I'm
Hulk movie.
A solo Hulk movie, World War Hulk would be great.
I would adore a World War Hulk movie.
But
just
I would want that after Secret Wars.
Yeah.
I would want that afterwards.
I don't think you would do a World War Hulk. I think you would do a Planet Hulk because it's detached enough where you're like, hey, remember when he was in She-Hulk and he went into space? This is what happened,
but that makes sense with all the art that we saw.
Yeah,
concept art we saw.
Someone like that I can see happening.
Planet Hulk.
But they did Planet Hulk with Thor already with Ragnarok. Like that was Planet Hulk.
That was the closest thing to a Planet Hulk movie
with freaking Thor instead of So I what's up, Bobby? I do want to see a World War Hulk, but I think we need to set up because no one really effed over Hulk yet, or at least the good guys haven't effed over Hulk yet. There needs to be a reason why they need to try to stop Hulk, where he gets mad and then starts to obliterate, just all the Avengers and X-Men and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I don't know how you guys feel about Planet Hulk. It's a little weird, because doesn't he also start to like fall in love with his cousin, like
Planet Hulk?
Was She-Hulk? Isn't that what that happens in Planet?
Was that? I thought that was Old Man Logan, right?
That's Old Man Logan.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that is Old Man Logan. You're right. That's Old Man Logan. You're right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
well, he doesn't fall in love with her. I think he's just horny, and he's like, "You're the only one that can withstand."
He can withstand this pounding.
No, in Planet Hulk, he goes to another planet, like Thor does, becomes a champion, but also like saves them from their Gladiator. Planet Hulk is just basically Gladiator. It legit is. Like that's the best way to explain it. And then after that, you get he falls in love with one of the guards chick, who was protecting the king and blah blah blah. And then you get Sakaar, or you get Scar
from
yeah.
Because I remember his mother. Yeah.
But then shit happens and he thinks Scar dies. Yeah, it's a big thing. So I don't know, but you could do like a Planet Hulk thing, like what he did in space, and now he came back.
Would you do that as a movie? Would you do that as a TV show?
I can see it being a movie, just because Hulk is a character who could sell movie tickets.
But that's why I also don't think you need to do it now, right? Because you do Hulk with Wolverine. You can still use Hulk outside the Avengers.
Yeah, but you need. Yeah, I think to get to World War Hulk, something needs to happen. He needs to become Hulk again. I don't know what they're gonna do and how they're gonna do it, and I don't have no faith with the Russo brothers because they already said they don't know what to do with Hulk. So they just kind of made him.
You make him into Maestro, right?
Oh, I would love to see Maestro.
Maestro would be
make him an evil.
Yeah. Like you could definitely do a Maestro. I can see that, but once a real Hulk movie, exactly.
It's frustrating, man, because it's just so much. Nothing's more tragic to me, especially in the context of a comic book movie, than untapped potential. And it just seems like they squandered, it seemed like they just squandered, unfortunately, so much time. They could have done so much more with the Hulk.
No more crying.
It seemed like we were on that track when Avengers 2012 came out, and I think that
Tony?
and Tony, what's up, man? And I think that through Ragnarok was like where we really got not peak Hulk, but we got some good stuff out of the Hulk.
Yeah.
And then it just kind of
It went downhill from there, right?
Yeah, it just kind of seemed like they took with each following appearance, it was several steps back.
They had to water down Hulk because of what they did. I mean, because truth is, Hulk and Thanos are in Thor and Hulk beat Thanos.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they whoop them.
That's
they
it.
whoop them all the time.
If it's Thor and Hulk together, they beat Thanos.
Mm-hmm.
So to make him a huge villain, you had to depower Hulk. You had to make fat Thor because at their top part, they will fuck the what?
Yeah,
they will mess them up.
At the very least, they gave Thor like I get why I get why he got fat. Like, I get why he became who he became with being depressed and a failed leader and this and that, and that's fine. With Hulk, it was just like, oh, he was too scared to come out. What?
Yeah, that was
what even was that?
That's not a good enough reason. That's horrible.
And we should have had like Savage Hulk come out in Endgame, basically have his rematch against Thanos.
Yeah, saying the leader could set up a Hulk movie. That'll be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Because the leader began
he is a Hulk
movie.
villain.
Yeah. Which
now he's introduced. You could probably.
Now that he's a little more established, it's not necessarily the end for that character. Even after Brave New World, they could do more if they wanted to.
Yeah.
I want true rage monster Hulk again in MCU. Haven't gotten that since Ragnarok. Brave New World was fun for like 2 minutes though.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Nah, we need even that, man. Like you explained why Hulk fixed his arm, in She-Hulk. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
So now he's back to being healthy again, full health. But now you need a way to bring back Hulk. And I think me personally, I think they should do a movie where Hulk is inside of Professor Hulk and he's pissed. He's like, hey man, like I did want my revenge. You didn't let me get my revenge on Thanos, and you made me docile and you hid me, and I'm mad, and then you get the split of Hulk and Bruce, and then you get that, and then you find a way to combine them back together by the end, and then they still have that don't make me angry. You go back to that.
Yeah, which would be great. Like bring it back to the Norton, esque Hulk. Obviously we're not going to get Edward Norton back, but that Hulk, that's what I wanted to see. That dude was freaking dangerous.
Yeah.
That was really peak Hulk for
Scar
me.
has to die. Scar needs to get a haircut.
Scar needs a new barber. That's what he needs.
No, but we already saw the concept art.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think Maestro can then work with the dark Avengers, like the bad part of Doom's Avengers, and instead do that whole storyline with World War Hulk, where because the dark Avengers, not that these bad Avengers are the ones who fuck over Hulk. You know what I'm saying? And then send him off.
Yeah.
And that's when he gets angry or killed. Like he starts to, still have Professor Hulk, starts to have a family or whatever, start to think, do that. And then they kill him off because these bad Avengers do that and send him to a spaceship. And that's what gets him into this rage monster.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's
not the original Avengers, but the dark ones, the bad ones that they're trying to bring back in this, Russo's run.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's ways you can course correct. I don't think it's too far gone that you can't it's not beyond fixing.
A pure Hulk movie had 10 words.
Yeah, I'd be all for it.
Yeah.
I am Hulk instead of I am Groot.
Yeah. But you're saying making Fat Thor was a terrible decision.
So I don't think making Thor fat was necessarily a terrible decision. I think they could have done more with it, just with his mental state and him being depressed. But instead, they just made it one, 3-hour fat joke.
I think it's a bad decision because the way they treated Thor. Once again,
that's exactly what I'm getting at.
Yeah,
I think exactly what I'm getting at.
Yeah, but they had to depower him because Thor, compared to Thanos might be the 8th strongest character of all time, right? And Thor is 9. So and then Hulk is 10. So my point is those two had to be depowered because they're on the same level by themselves as Thanos. Thanos might win, but it's by that much. So if you have them there, you had to depower them some way. I just hate the way they did it.
Yeah, they made him. It was a running joke. They just made him a buffoon. He was the butt of all the jokes. If they really kind of, and they did it here and there, with how he was considering himself a failure. Like the solo Thor scenes, when he was wallowing in self-pity, that's where it worked. But all the other, how everyone else reacted to him. I think that's where they went a little too far, with the fat jokes. Oh, you look like melted ice cream. You need to eat a salad. Cheese whiz. It's like they
Weekend at Bernie's.
They undercut the serious moments with a fat joke. We're not talking about Professor Clump here. There was a very serious reason for that, and they kind of at times they shot themselves in the foot.
Yeah, like you said, the Russos don't know what to do with these powerful characters, and they kind of just Fat Thor was a joke, but the reason why he became fat was not, and then they kept making a joke about it, and that's why I didn't like, and like Brandon said, the solo scenes, where he's like this self-pity and this self-hatred, but also as soon as he zapped on the armor, he should have six-pack.
Eventually,
that was the plan originally.
Was it?
I was reading that was the original plan, but they wanted to keep him. They wanted to keep him.
They thought it was a joke. It was funny. It was funny to people.
Yeah, it should have been. It should have been.
He should have turned into Thor Odinson. That's what we should have.
At that moment, I don't know. Because I don't think he earned it yet.
That's the full arc of what Thor should have been. The full arc is even if you do Fat Thor and all that stuff, by the time we got into Love and Thunder, he should have been Thor Odinson. He should have been the All Father. He should have been that guy.
Yeah. I mean, they should have made him like the All Father in Love and Thunder. Especially because he becomes an adopted father. So become the All Father. You could have done that. But at the end of in Endgame, it should have been more of his personal redemption of I don't have to be a failure anymore. I can fix this. He should have got.
Yeah, Love and Thunder again, just more untapped potential. It could have been so much more than it was. But Taika wanted to make a Guns N' Roses music video.
Never let Taika go full Taika.
Well,
the man got high off his own supply.
Lebowski Thor. Don't disgrace Big Lebowski with that. All right. The Hulk is a terrible father for letting Scar walk around with the head like that, right?
You know what happened? Scar was talking too much smack, like he does it in all the comics, and talking bad about him. He said, "Oh, really, son? I'm gonna give you a bad haircut." And then you ever been like your father? You keep on talking, I want to mess your hair up. And you get the bowl out, you put it up. That's what happens. Or you keep on talking, I want to mess you up, so you're going to walk around all like this all year long. And that's
I just saw an actual clip of something like that. Like, oh, you want to pick on that little boy? Like, all right, well,
I got something for you.
Give him
I got
a
something
horrible
for you.
haircut.
That's a good father. We talk about, man. He's gonna I'm gonna teach you some humility. That's what happens.
Is that why like Scar walked in all like hunched over and arms?
Yeah, head hanging low.
Yeah. He originally had like this fucking like long, luscious hair. Like
long lock. He's like,
looking like a Pantene commercial.
Yeah.
Like Troy Polamalu, like whatever. That's what you do. You know? Oh, you want to keep on talking stuff? You want to keep on talking about me? Oh, I got you. All right. Next scene, you look like Major Payne.
That's funny. I like it.
Yeah. All right. We'll finish the night off with Invincible.
With Invincible.
Yeah. Reacher.
I'm talking about, I can talk hours. Let's go.
I could talk. Yeah. I've been up late anyway, like cleaning and putting stuff up for next week.
Yeah.
That's 10 getting tired. That's all it was.
Scar had more white on his head than George Washington.
Man, it was so bad.
I want you to half your head.
I'm telling you, man. That's what you do.
That is funny.
Oh, you keep on talking,
I just
son?
saw a clip like that this morning.
I got something for you. Sit down in a chair.
All right. Let's talk about another was it Sterling
K. Brown.
Sterling K. Brown is in this one too. Oh man. All right. That man is just like in all the best shows right now.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah. He should be in Green Lantern too.
I was just gonna say, that's what I wanted to say earlier on. Paradise kind of feels like his unofficial Jon Stewart audition, but as we know, Hollywood's Hollywood's allergic to melanin.
Yeah, you know how that is, you know. So, can you be a little bit less dark? Can we go a little bit less?
Just
pull
the Zachary Levi. Like you be less. Don't be autistic. You don't be black.
Be less black. Come on, if you can do a little bit, you can be black, but let's give him some nice eyes. Let's not look at so dark. Yeah, come on.
No disrespect to Aaron Pierre, but Paradise, from what I'm like watching, you know, he's the whole package.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's good in it.
A military man, you know, but he's Secret Service. He has all the badassness of it. You believe all the things he's doing. I'm telling you, man.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, plus it's Sterling K. Brown. The guy crushes every role he shows up in.
Legit.
Mm-hmm.
Killed him off of Black Panther. That's why we're getting Zuri instead of T'Challa.
Oh man. All right, let's talk about Invincible.
Okay.
All right, welcome to the Spoiler Kings. My name is St. Kramer, Brandman, Brian the Grizzly, and we're here to talk about the penultimate of season 3, Invincible.
Already?
Much, I know, man. I know. But we get one of the things I thought, and then how I thought the season is going to end is how it ends. We'll get into that later. But we get the Invincible War this episode. We get all the different marks, and I don't know how you guys feel. Right off the bat, for me, MVP of this episode is Steven Yeun. That man did all the voices so great, gave everyone their own personality.
Yeah, it takes forever.
It's just like imagine like what's the call sheet? Oh well, today I'm Mohawk Invincible, and I'm this Invincible. You know, I'm Omni Invincible. Like,
imagine being in the recording booth during that. That had to be a lot of fun for him, though.
Oh yeah,
tedious probably, but a lot of fun.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, we're gonna get into the Invincible War and then the big setup for the finale. But Brandman, what you think about this episode?
Talk about an episode that really hits the ground running, right? Appropriately so. Very, very, very fast paced, but you know, it's something that like grabs you straight away. I think it understood that it had to kind of run at that pace. I think they really did good with grabbing your attention straight away. Really, this episode was, you know, like dialed all the way up to like 15, and I loved it.
Yeah.
You know, I think in terms of episodes that really held your attention, even though this show holds my attention every episode anyway, like holy crap, I'm like this the entire time.
Mhm.
You know, and Stephen Yeun absolutely crushed it. And I think this is a show where the voice acting really, really shines, particularly with actors like Sandra Oh. Like I think she like brings it every episode. Walt Goggins, all the voice acting all around the table is great, but he really, really got to stand out here. You know, with the with all the different versions of Invincible. So it had to be, like I said, it had to be a fun time for him in particular.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, it really whets your appetite for the finale.
Oh, yeah.
You know, by the time it ended, I audibly went like, God damn it. Just give me the final, you know, I would have sat through a 2-hour episode.
Easily.
You know, the way that, the way that it ended. So, yeah, way to go for, making me really wait hand and foot.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Hate it.
I'm gonna be switching on the TV every couple hours, hoping that it's streaming.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I was up last night, and I think I took a shower. It was like 1:30 in the morning. I was like, "Oh, is it ready?" It didn't start until 2 a.m. our time. So I'm like, damn it. And I legit thought, I'm like, should I stay up and watch it? I'm like, no. So, but this next one, maybe I might.
We might have to do a watch party. I'm so upset, you know.
I'd be good for a watch party.
2 a.m.
2 a.m. I'm all right. Whatever. Let's go.
Yeah. But what about you, Brian? What you think about this episode?
I thought that what's his name? Jason Mantzoukas, whatever.
Yeah.
Like he did with Rex.
Yeah.
Dude, it was such a good arc, such a good character arc, and I felt good about all of it. Like I knew what was going to happen, you know, with Stephen Yeun. I knew how good he was going to be. I understood, you know, what we're going to have from what Eve and all that stuff. But Rex was it, and I felt like it was a gut punch when you saw him die. I was like, whoa. Why Rex gotta die? You know, like why couldn't you just take Immortal? Take him again. Don't take Rex. Like we finally enjoyed him, and that happening really, you know, hit me hard. And you know, I was worried. I was like, who doesn't? So, and this is the only world of all the Invincibles that Invincible's mom. Has a boyfriend that happens to live in this different location. Like. Yeah. This is the only one. So that's why she was just hanging out in the apartment and nothing happened to her. Like, I thought that was kind of strange, but whatever. Yeah.
How messed up was the one part where one of the fake Invincibles goes into the house and it's just outside the house. You don't see anything. And you hear him like, Ma, like he's like calling for mom, pretending to be the real mom. And he's like, oh, damn, I wanted to kill her again. And he's like, flies out. I was like, bro, that's messed up, man. Like, oh, that's horrible. But yeah, keep going, man. Sorry.
No, I thought that all of it. I agree, but all the Invincibles were just, I mean, the fact that all those superheroes were dying, all those people, they said those people were dying in the hundreds of thousands, possibly getting to a million of people. That's crazy. All the major cities in the world, and you're losing hundreds of thousands of people in each one of these cities. It talks about the full devastation and how Mark had to deal with that. And that's what a lot of this season was leading up to, him having to be able to deal with that type of loss. And you know, I think they handled it really well, and it was so good. I had the actual comic book and I was like, man, this is perfect.
Yeah.
They did a wonderful job
right off the paper, man. Some of the panels, it was great.
And they hit it, and they hit the different ones, and they didn't kill them all off in one episode. They did it in one episode, but they didn't kill them all off. So that was just so well done. And I was very happy, and even the ending was so great. And when Mark was like, you know, hey, this is not a good time. Yeah. He was like, this is not a good time. I'm just letting you know right now, all this, you see this destruction, is because of me. You know, the one thing I want to do right now, Let's punch something.
Mhm.
You don't want it with me right now. It's like, let's go. All right. So that was good. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I did love how all these other Invincibles were just tearing everything up. You know, half of them died, you know, from other heroes and Mark himself. But it also like shows you Mark, like this Mark, the real Mark, like
it's more
he
stronger,
is the
stronger than
strongest.
all of them. Yeah,
like all of it, you know, and it's because he had to push himself way more than all the other ones. You know, all the other ones got to control the world because they're just stronger than everyone else, you know. But like this Mark is like, no, I have to fight people stronger than me. I have to fight you know, as a beast, I can't think of his name, the lion beast guy.
Yeah.
I forgot.
Did you see that one Mark that had like what had no, that was a Viltrumite that had the lion sash on it.
Oh, you might be, don't spoil anything.
Oh, okay, they're right.
Yeah. But
oh yeah, that was a comic book. Never mind.
Yeah,
my bad.
Yeah, so it's like there was him, and then he has to fight all the other Viltrumites and stuff like that. So it's like this is the only Mark that's ever trained, you know. So like he's like just strong, like but it's also this is the only Mark that isn't evil, you know. So it's like of course he would train because he wants to be better, you know. Like it's just like as much as we see Mark getting his ass kicked, like you start to realize he gets his ass kicked because he's always holding back. He's always holding back.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. I think this season you start seeing it. You're like, man, he got his Omni-Man kicked his ass. Like there's no question. You know, every other time it's like you were holding back. They pointed to it last season, you know, and you know they kind of do it again this season, and now he gets to fight somebody where he really doesn't have to hold back, you know, and you can see what he's gonna do, and it's gonna be it's one of my favorite fights in all of the comic book. And then they get the best person to be the voice of Conquest. They get Jeffrey D. Morgan to come in to go against Glenn. Are you kidding me? That's so good. So good. Of course, Robert Kirkman, who did Walking Dead, is gonna come in as like, hey, you want your revenge, Glenn? Here you go. You know, it's like it's so good, and he's such a great voice actor, you know, and I mean he's in The Boys, Walking Dead, he's just the dude's everywhere, you know, for Supernatural. So you know, the dude is he was Batman's
he's Batman.
Batman's dad in the Snyderverse. He was Ben Affleck's dad.
He was Thomas Wayne.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it was also funny because Thomas Wayne, Martha was Glenn's girlfriend in Walking Dead. I can't think of her name.
But not Kobe Smolder, Lauren Cohen.
Lauren, yep. Which I thought that was kind of funny. But this episode was really, really well done. And I was worried that because I think this is what, like 2 or 3 issues in the comic book.
It's 3. It's 3 issues.
I was worried. I'm like, man, there's a lot of shit that happens. It's 3 days of these Invincibles just destroying the world, you know. And then you still have the Levi Engstrom fight, and then Conquest kind of comes at the back end of it all. I'm like, that's a lot to stick in one episode, and I thought they did it really well. I thought they didn't. I didn't feel rushed, which was good. And that's what I was really worried about. You know, like I thought we were going to get like 2 episodes of the Invincible War, and them doing 1 episode I thought was risky. Pulled it off. They pulled it off perfectly. So yeah, it just so well done. I love seeing all the Invincibles still and them in fighting amongst each other, and you know, the one the full black mask Invincible, like my mom, you know, which makes you think is like they leave all these things in there as like, so did that universe's Omni-Man kill his mom? You know, did he kill his mom by accident? So like they just do these little nuggets of things where you're able to like kind of fill in like your own theory for it. But wow, but I cannot wait for the next episode. Conquest and him, It's such a good fight. Yeah, and it's like
you can't say anything without saying anything.
I
That's
know.
why I was like,
he shrugs it off. He goes, yeah. You're the bigger, badder one that Anissa already told me about. He goes, I'm dealing with shit, man. And it
can you just come back? Look,
yeah.
right now is not a good time. Can you come back tomorrow noon?
Yeah,
can we do this?
The relationship between him and Cecil,
exactly. Yeah.
How awesome is Cecil? Cecil is not a good guy, but he has good intentions.
He walks the he's kind of morally not morally gray because he does have good intentions, but
he's exactly what he says he is, right? He's like it's hard for a good man to save the world. Do you want to be a good guy or you want to save the world? Yeah. And Cecil has made a decision. He's trying to save the world.
Yeah. Yeah. Because then it cuts back to like the morals. This whole season has been about morals of does Invincible kill, and one of the best scenes in this entire episode, he has
Angstrom Levi
right in his neck, and Oliver just kill him, rip off his head, like in the background. Little fucking maniac in the back, like and and he was gonna do it. He was gonna do it.
Not for the Oliver. And you had to have that person that you're trying to be a mentor. It's your little brothers, all that stuff, and you understood Mark. And
he was gonna do it. He let go because he got knocked in the face with one of the little balls.
I don't think he was going to kill him. I think he was
going to kill him. He's like, there's no other way.
He was going to figure out another way, something to do something. But I don't think he was going to kill him. You really think he was going to kill him?
Yeah, I think he was going to kill him.
Not for the Oliver. I just didn't think he was going to do it in front of Oliver because I thought that was. He said so many times, like we don't kill.
But then he starts to question. He goes, I was so angry at myself because I thought I killed him, but now I didn't kill him. And look at everything he killed hundreds of thousands, possibly 1 million people because I didn't kill him. So you see Mark starting to think like Cecil a little bit. It's like, where's that line at of me becoming a good guy and a bad guy and still doing some bad stuff? So yeah,
I feel like he was going to. He wanted. Yeah, I thought he wanted to kill him, but he decided not to because he wanted to show Oliver that he didn't have to.
Yeah.
So he wanted to. Everything in him said, "Kill this mother," But I'm not going to do it because I don't want Oliver to follow that, and then next thing have another problem with him.
Yeah, for sure crossed his mind though. Yeah. So I mean, but that was one of those things where like, we don't know, because he didn't get the opportunity to
make the decision
to do it or not to do it, So yeah. So
what you think about Angstrom going back to the builders, whatever,
technicians,
and they said, yeah, you lied to us. All you do is lie to everybody. You now work for me. I thought that was definitely going to happen, and I thought they actually were going to kill him and use him for parts.
Yeah, I forgot what they do in the comic book. I know they I mean, they obviously show up later. You don't introduce something like that and never introduce. Everybody that pops up in this show is going to be, even if it's a small role, is going to show up in one way or another. But I forgot what happened. I thought they
exactly were going to rebuild him and then use him.
Yeah, well, you see, they control him with the little red dots. He was about to use his power, and they're like, nope. So
all the
I was trying to remember the technicians were the voice of Pinhead.
Pinhead
was the voice, exactly. Yep. What's up, Bonzo?
Just like Battle Beast.
Yeah, Doug Bradley.
Battle Beast.
He's Michael Dorn. I love that.
Yeah. But yeah, Jeffrey D. Morgan. I forgot he was like a late a cast announcement, and yeah, they did that. They did that so well, so perfect. It was gonna be super fun seeing that. But we didn't get the comic book cameos because obviously Spawn's not going to show up, but in the comic book Spawn shows up. There's a bunch of other like Wolfman showed up in here, because I think he's like another character that Robert Kirkman made anyway. We don't get a lot of other things. We get like callbacks to other characters we saw in like season 1 and stuff like that. My favorite, the only one that I noticed, I don't know if you guys are into anime, One Punch was in it. And they obviously don't show his face. It's One Punch. One Punch Man has a certain look to him. He's bald, wears like pajamas and like a yellow towel, basically. That's what it looks like, and he showed up and got fucked up. So, but man, Spawn would have been cool, but
yeah, you gotta pay for Spawn.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen. There's a few other the space Iron Man kind of thing. I forgot what they're called, what he was called, but they're all from side comic books that go along with Invincible. So that was kind of cool.
Did you think that that Mark, they're gonna deviate from the comic book and have Mark lead the Guardians early?
No, because I think because he's very because like as much as he hates to say it, he's very much like his dad. Like he doesn't want to be.
He's a lone wolf.
Yeah, like he doesn't want to be told what to do. Like he wants to be able to do what he wants, but also I'll come and help out. Give me a call, but I'm not going to be on your payroll. Very much like Omni-Man. Spawn would have been dope. Yeah, he fights one of them.
He really would have.
One of the Invincibles. Yeah, but yeah.
Is there any character that you really felt bad for? So all the deaths we saw. Is there anyone that sucks?
Debbie. Just because she's a non-powered and basically caught in the line of fire. 2 of her kids, not caught in the line of fire, but yeah, both of her sons out there.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I said, Sandra Oh really does good. From a voice acting standpoint, I'm really, really invested and have been since the beginning. Her acting combined with just the plight of the character really, I'd say her. I'd say Deb.
Besides Rex, because I know Delta Dan saying Rex and Deb, Rex was the one that. Oh, as soon as he said goodbye, I was like, oh.
Yeah, you're not coming back.
Yeah. I got one more thing that you don't know.
But I would say, was it Darkwing?
Darkwing?
Him probably dying in the Shadowverse, and then that Invincible stuck in the Shadowverse was just, God, that would suck. But him, kind of getting just broken. The dude, that one. Invincible grabbed him. I forgot what body part he broke. Then he slammed him on the ground, and you thought he was dead. But he goes in and kind of sacrifices himself, I guess, because puts him in the shadow realm. Especially like he was trying to be a better person. He was trying to be, a hero again. So, but there's a lot. It's a lot of death.
Who is Cecil? The guy who's half robot. Cecil's like right hand man. I'm trying to remember his name.
Oh shit. What was his name? I forgot who you're talking about. But he had his whole Terminator moment.
Like a regular name. He has a regular name. I just cannot remember what it is.
Yeah.
Like Steve or something like that. Like what's the name?
Anybody in chat, if you guys know. Donald.
That's so it was Rex and Donald that I just was like, oh my God. Donald felt so bad, and even when they pulled him out of the rubbish, and he was like, yeah, I'm alive. Sort of.
But at least he knows who he is now. So he's like, oh, if you go out there, you're gonna die. He goes, that's what I do. I was like, all right, you're a badass, man.
Yeah. No, I felt bad for them, and I also wanted to know what happened to Amber.
Mm-hmm.
What if Amber was one of them that died? Or was her boyfriend died or something like that? She can't get away from it.
Yeah, I'm actually at a point where I'd actually feel a little bad if Amber died, which is saying something, because the first season I couldn't stand her ass.
Oh yeah, I'm right there with you, man.
Well, pretty much. I don't think I'm very alone in that sentiment, huh?
No, man. I think a lot of people are right there with you as well.
People couldn't stand Rex.
Yeah, yeah. He had a great character arc, man.
Yeah,
he had such a great, character arc.
It's he was like the ultimate dude bro beforehand.
Yeah,
he still was.
That's what.
Still a dick.
Yeah,
but warmed up to him for sure.
Yeah, but yeah, man. It's like the one character, like even Immortal getting his head stomped off again. Was one, but obviously he's immortal, so they're going to bring him back to life anyway. And I feel happy for him. Like he gets to have a happy moment. I want to say it's a happy ending because the dude lives forever. But at least he's able to be happy for a while. So, but with Kate, Kate's got some baggage. That they hinted at. So, yeah, this show is doing so good by the comic book, but it is running through.
Issues like 3 issues, and that's done in 2.5 issues done in 1 episode. So it's really running through a lot of issues of the comic book. So
because if they give us like, I guess if they give us 10 episodes a season, and the way they're going, 30 more episodes. I mean, is 30 more episodes like finish the story, which would be 3 more seasons?
Could you say it in 2?
I mean, you probably could if you cut some stories out. There's some side stories that don't need to be done. So I mean, that's 20 episodes. Possibly. Said Darkwing and Donald.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't fight it. Dark. That's every time they say his name, that was the same thing, man. He's even dressed kind of like him. He's in like this purple and black kind of suit. If he had the hat, it would be like spot on.
Look, by the moonlight of night. Like I don't remember what Darkwing Duck said.
I forgot about that.
Every time I think about just throwing a smoke bomb and going through it.
Yeah. But yeah. So Brandman, you're the only one I think that haven't read the comic book. What do you think about the upcoming fight between Conquest and Invincible?
I think it's going to be awesome, and it makes me try to like finish reading the handful of things that I'm currently reading, so that I can finally pull the trigger on this once and for all. I really should just add it and just kind of like read it as quickly as possible, just so I'll be ready. But the way that it ended, I was like, holy shit, this is going to be freaking insane.
Yeah.
So, I just gotta clear all these books off my off my plate so that I can finally read this one.
And go. This I don't know how close you are to a library. Just rent from a library.
Oh yeah,
I'm get the graphic novels.
Yeah, I'm like a 10-15 minute walk away from Harold Washington Library. So
nice.
I don't even know if it'd be that long.
Yeah.
Well, like,
I mean, that's how I wind up reading them. I just kind of ordered 2 at a time and then kept going.
Brandman doesn't like sharing. He doesn't like giving back his stuff. So if I rent take from the library, it's staying in my house.
It's mine. Well, then just rent them all at once. Then you're good.
Yep.
Said Rex made a mistake for duplicate. It ain't good, but I mean, yeah. I mean, it's hard to argue that You know, because it was the one scene where Immortal walks out of the shower and there's like 3 or 4 duplicates. I was like, oh damn him, you know. But you know, at the end he wound up finding somebody that was, I think, a better fit for him and made him a better person. So that was kind of the big thing, you know. So yeah, Rick's had a really cool arc for sure. But yeah, man, you're not wrong, man. It's gonna be a good fight for sure, you know. And I don't even know how long this episode is, but this is gonna be like at least, I don't know, 2/3 of the episode. It might be the fight, you know, and then they kind of set up whatever, you know, what's next after, you know. So yeah, I think it's gonna be a fun fight. It's gonna be a fun fight. Yeah. So yeah, I hope, because this one seemed long. I don't know how long it was, but it seemed like over 50 minutes. It maybe just because they crammed so much in there. What was the runtime for this one? Let's see. Come on. Here we go. Episode 7, which is the one we just got, was 49 minutes, and episode 8 is 44 minutes.
44 minutes. Yep, let's got it.
So that's not too bad. Yeah, so I can probably see 25-ish minutes being the fight. You know, because obviously it cuts to other things, because you know Oliver is going to be Oliver. He's like, I want to help. We're like, sit down.
If you don't move out the way, you're going to get ripped in half.
Yeah, but yeah, it's gonna be a fun one. I think it's a good season. Definitely a big step up from season 2. Season 2 was such a stinker. I was disappointed in that one. So, but yeah, you guys got anything else?
Yeah, just stop making me wait a week. Just send to me right now. Just to me.
There's all the screeners.
Send me one and let me know what's going on, so I don't have to wait all this time. I won't tell nobody. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I think Delta Dance. It seems super long with all those damn Amazon commercials. You know,
that's true. It's
very true. There's a lot of commercials at one point. But cool. Yeah. If you're watching on the replay, we appreciate you guys. Leave a comment. Let us know what you guys think about this this episode of the Invincible War. You know, let us know what you think about the upcoming Conquest fight. And how many seasons do you think this got in it? You know, 20 to 30 episodes is where I'm kind of seeing where it might go. You know, you know, yeah.
I'm at 5.
What?
5 seasons total.
5 seasons. That'd be two more seasons.
2 more seasons.
I think we have 5 max.
Yeah, max. Okay. Okay. But cool. Yeah. Yeah. Leave a comment. Let us know. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Make sure you guys come and check us out every next Thursday for the finale. We would like to do a watch
party, but we'll see. Yeah,
we'll see.
2 o'clock in the morning might be tough. We'll see.
Yeah. Exactly. But cool. Yeah, we appreciate all you guys. Thank you guys so much. And if you are in the live chat, stick around, because we're going to move on to our next topic for the night. Cool. Yeah, Delta Dancing 6 seasons. That's where I think 3 more seasons, because there's still a lot of stuff. Like we're barely scratching the Viltrumite stuff with Conquest, like barely, because who you got, like, you saw the twins, you know, beating up on Omni-Man. You saw Omni-Man, Anissa, and Conquest. Like, those are only 5 other Viltrumites.
5 of the 4 other next 50.
Like, like 50-ish. Or like, oh no, well then you saw a couple. You saw the old lady with the long hair.
Yep.
And then the dude she was with, the eye patch guy, Krieg, forgot what his name was. I think that's it, right? I think that's it. Like, at least in the show so far. So it was like 8 or 9 that we've seen so far, somewhere around there. So yeah. So 20, I can see 20 though. Or 20 more episodes. Though, it would be 5 seasons total.
Yep.
If they cut a few things out, for sure.
Or they start doing multiple comic books or little mini series like per episode.
Yeah. Yeah. Because if this one was like like 3 issues or something like that, like
makes sense.
Kind of condense some of the stuff.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see. As long as they keep making, I'm gonna be watching.
As long as they give us good storylines, I'm all for it.
Yeah. Well, as long as they do it right, because all the storylines I think are pretty good from here on out. So as long as they do it well and they do it justice, even if it's condensed, I'm fine with that. I think Invincible War proved that they can tell a good story in a condensed form.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm down. What do you guys want to do? And call it a night, or
yeah, we could call it a night. We could talk about Reacher later. It's fine.
Yeah. I mean, we can always wait until the season's over and then do the second half, because we already did the first half. Not too many people are talking about Reacher though.
I mean, you can always do 2 episodes at a time. Yeah, it is interesting, but it's still same Reacher. You feel it's still the same guy we've always had.
Like, I think the last 2 episodes are gonna be like where all the shit like happens.
Just the fan, yeah.
I just want to see the Pauly fight. That Pauly slap was fucking epic.
It's because his hand is so big. Like,
oh my god, man! He's like, "See, you didn't die." I was like, "Oh, they should not have showed that in the trailers," because I remember they showed that in the trailers where where Reacher's on the floor with that look. They were like, "Oh." How you guys feel about the animation for Invincible?
For Invincible? Oh, I love it.
Yeah, it's good. It's definitely downgraded a little bit, but that's because Amazon is not giving them the money. But yeah,
I'll have to rewatch it in comparison to the previous seasons, but
season 1 gave them the most money. Season 1,
yeah. But I really like the animation based on the panels.
As long as it was,
Yeah, based on the panels I've seen from the comics, they pretty much more or less translated it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Almost shot for shot for some things.
Yeah. They didn't try to reinvent the wheel, so I enjoy the animation.
Yeah, I like it.
They're not fixing what isn't broke.
Yeah, exactly. So there's a lot of show out there to watch.
There's a lot of shows that we're going to watch, enjoy, maybe go on vacation. I mean, there's just so much out there to intake. That's why you got to watch. Sometimes you got to watch reviews. You got to figure out which ones are good.
Yeah, and kind of go through it. Like there's so much stuff on my watch list. Like Erica was telling me, I need to watch. I think, what was it called? School Spirit, I think it was called.
School Spirits, yeah. With what's her face from Cobra Kai.
Yeah, Painless. Or is it Painless?
Painless, yeah. Painless.
Yeah. So, yeah, like you said, there's so many shows, so many. So it doesn't take me out. Just seeing a lot of people talking about it. Yeah, I mean, I think it's good enough. I mean, I'm not expecting like movie quality or anything. Because like one that everyone was talking about was I believe it was an Indian mother and father of the big monster boy that he was training with in like one of the first 3 episodes.
Yeah,
the mom is literally Deb, just with different hair and darker skin. It's like exactly the same. But that's what you do when you need to save money. You use the same models. Yeah, I mean the animation looks good. I think the fights are good. Whenever they punch a hole in each other or rip them apart and stuff like that, like it looks good. I mean, it's not horrible, but did you see the movie Mickey 17?
No, I was too tired after work. I'm gonna go.
Okay.
I'm gonna go. If not tomorrow, probably Sunday, because I'm gonna go hang with my folks on Saturday morning and then come back. But yeah, I thought about going today, but like I don't know, I was just drained.
Yeah. It was cold and
yeah. I came home and ate, did some more cleaning, sat on the couch, watched Invincible because I got Reacher out of the way during lunch today, and then just fell asleep. Next thing I knew, I woke up, jumped on here. I'm like, oh crap, I'm late.
That's not good. Well, yeah, I'm going to see it tomorrow.
Yeah.
Well, I haven't heard too much about it, whether good or bad. It seems like a sci-fi kind of movie where I don't want any outside opinions until I see it. You know, because like sci-fi movies can go either way, and it depends on how much a person enjoys like that genre. And I'm a big sci-fi fan, so I'm really excited about the movie. Because I think it's going to be kind of cool.
Here's the question: does any movie this weekend beat Captain America: Brave New World?
If there was, I think this would be it. But
I think so.
It could. I'm kind of curious if it has the not mass appeal, but
it definitely doesn't.
I think Captain will probably stay on top. I don't think there's anything like really noteworthy that'll dethrone it just yet.
I think Captain makes like $13 million this weekend and it stays on top.
Yeah.
Mickey 17 makes 12. That's my thought.
Yeah, I'm right there. I think Mickey 17 is going to be just under or just above it, but I think it's going to be right under it. Like I don't see a big weekend for anything. But yeah, Mickey 17 is out. Yeah, it's out today. Or this weekend, I should say, technically. But yeah, going to see it tomorrow. Next weekend, going to see Novocaine, which love Jack Quaid, so that's gonna be a fun one. I don't know what else comes out this month. I would have to look at my app. But yeah. Is there anything? Oh, no.
Nope.
Mickey 17. There's something. Oh, there was something else coming out this weekend. Black Bag. I'm hearing really good stuff about Black Bag. Yeah. Really good stuff about that one. I mean, you have a good director and your two leads are great actors, so makes sense. But people are saying it's pretty good, so definitely want to check out Black Bag.
Yeah,
he said nope. Maybe just beat it by not too much. That's why I think it might barely beat it out, but
yeah, it would be very like narrowly edging it out.
Very, yeah. I mean, it depends on.
Brave New World's at what 345 right now.
Oh, is it?
Yep, it's at 345. I think it might make to 400.
Yeah, I don't see it getting to
that movie has had like bigger legs than anyone may have thought.
No, I said it's gonna. I don't think it's gonna make the 500. So that's why I thought it was like 500 is not gonna make it. And now I'm almost positive it's not getting to 500.
It ain't getting to 500. Yeah, it's not getting to 500. Yeah, it's at 345 right now. I think
it'll get that close.
Yeah, the international is not really popping off like I don't know if they expected it to pop off, but because international domestic are
why do you think it's not popping off? I think it's political.
The politics. Honestly, I
think real world politics is probably
real world. No, yeah. that people are mad at America right now. I think a lot
Mm-hmm.
of international markets are not happy with America. So why would I go see Captain America if if most of Europe and Asia is not happy with America?
Mm-hmm.
So, Mexico, it's at 13 million. Mexico,
because no one. I mean, are they going to put their own tariffs on the movie?
I don't even know how that works. Like Asia, the highest one is South Korea. China's at 14 mil. Mexico's at 13 mil. That's the biggest Latin America. Europe, the UK's at 19, France is at 11, and then Germany 7.
But no one's going to be part of Deal with America right now. So, I think it probably would have hit 425, but not anymore. Internationally, it's going to tank.
I think so. Then Captain America make 14 mil last weekend as well.
14.5. 14.9. 14.9.
Oh, almost 15.
Mm-hmm.
That's not horrible. It's not too bad.
It's maintaining its number. That's what's interesting from week to week. So we're like, we only made $17 million this week. And then next week, 14.9. And then this next week's going to be like 12.9.
Yeah. Trying to see.
And this Mickey 17 make more than 12.9? Maybe not. 12.3.
Because here the opening extended weekend with President's Day, it made 100, and then the next following weekend made 28, and then this past weekend made 14, like you said, 14.9. But that's 68% drop that first weekend, that first and second weekend, and then a 47% drop from weekend 2 to 3. That's really big too. Yeah. See how much more it goes down. I guess Brave New World would hit 600. I was way off. Yeah, definitely politics.
The politics part. The politics part's really ruined it.
I think so. So what did you guys rate Cap 4? 1 out of 10? Probably. I missed it. No, I think
I liked it a lot more.
I liked it.
Yeah.
I think I gave it like a 7.5 out of 10.
7.5. Yeah,
I'd be right up there too. 7.5, 7.5.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it.
It was good. It was a good movie.
Yeah, I
wasn't
really
great.
liked it. It had an appropriately different feel. Than
I didn't like the fact that Marvel didn't do the opening. I think that was really weird.
Yeah, what the hell?
Yeah, that was interesting. Even though I didn't terribly mind it, but
yeah, it's the only movie that does. It seems like it doesn't have the Marvel marketing stamp of approval.
Right? It's almost like Kevin Feige's like, I don't attach it. Don't put my name on this one.
Yeah. Unless they're gonna follow suit with Thunderbolts and Fantastic Four in like a similar fashion. But but yeah, I liked it. I liked the different feel than the other movies. I'd love to see Anthony Mackie like get his own trilogy. Whether or not that'll happen is yet to be seen. But it really, I think it did a great job as establishing him as not only a worthy successor, but a competent leader when he eventually crosses paths with the rest of the Avengers. So I enjoyed it. I had a really fun time.
Yeah. I can't wait till I watch it again, because then I'll get like a better feel for it, like I actually sit down and watch it. But I only watched it once, so it was fun.
Yeah,
it was fun. I don't think the CGI didn't look too bad. The Red Hulk was pretty solid.
I thought the CGI was fine.
Very little of it.
Yeah. It had one of my I thought it had one of my favorite action sequences of definitely the newer MCU, like the with the aircraft carrier scene with the missiles. I thought that was awesome.
The dogfight.
The dogfight. I thought that was absolutely awesome.
Same.
So yeah, I had a fun time. It's got a lot of rewatch value for me.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't hate it as much as other people were hating on it.
Reacher.
I got mine.
My steel book. Yeah.
You got mine yesterday.
Steel book.
Yeah.
What was that?
The Gladiator 2 steel book.
He didn't see. He just saw a hand. That's it. He just saw you put a hand up.
Oh,
it's invisible to him. Mine came in. I think I didn't know. I didn't pre-order Conclave. So
really?
No, so I wind up ordering it the other day. Like when I pre-ordered Flow, I'm like, oh, I don't have Conclave, so I'm like, add, and then also the Substance, which I didn't buy. So I was like, I'm definitely buying Substance because I love that movie.
Yeah, I got both of them over there. Yeah.
Yeah. So I should have mine coming in. Both of those coming in pretty soon. But I don't think I have anything else like on pre-order besides Flow.
I have Moana 2 coming out.
Moana 2. Oh fuck! I need to pre-order that.
Yeah, it's coming. It comes out the 18th. 10 days from now. 11 days from now.
Oh shit! I definitely need to pre-order that one. Yeah, I like Moana 2. A lot of people were hating on it. The one thing I would agree is the music isn't as good as the first one, but it was still
good.
Okay, so it was still good music. You know, it was Disney music. You know, because the first one was Lin-Manuel level of music, which was like great. Moana 2 was just Disney. It was just Disney songs. Like I didn't hate it. They were semi kind of catchy, not the best songs ever.
It was very middle of the road, I thought.
The movie or the songs?
Both.
I like the movie a lot more, especially because I have kids, you know, so my kids loved it. They loved the hell out of it. We've seen it so many times now.
Yeah, we've seen it a bunch of times too.
Like they're all about this thing.
Yeah.
I pre-ordered. What is
well, right now my kid is into Dogman. We were at the Goodwill this past week or last weekend. And I always look at the books because I always look for Goosebumps, like always. And I found a Dogman book. You know,
we have all of them.
Do you? Okay.
You go to Half Price Book and get all the books.
Yeah, they're not too bad, you know. And I gave it to him. I'm like, I see how he does. He was quiet. He obviously doesn't know how to read. He's 2, but he just was looking at all the pictures.
But
and just
Dogman is rated in a comic book type of comic strip type of work, so like it makes sense. Yeah,
it's and the movie is really good. The movie is really good. So it's really funny. It's I think it's really, really well done. You know, it's really goofy because like with the one part, the mayor keeps getting mad at Dogman because the cat keeps breaking out of prison.
Yep.
And then the chief is like, he goes, but wouldn't it be the prison person's? He goes, oh, you think it's my brother's like fault? I was like, that's so funny. Where it's just like it felt like very real world where like it's not my fault. It's not my brother's fault who's in charge of the prison on why he keeps breaking out of prison. It's
just, as Dogman continues to save the day
to put him in prison.
It's so funny.
It's a really good, cute movie. It was pretty fun. A little long, but it was pretty good.
Sonic comes out April 15th.
Shit, that's not out yet.
Nope.
I thought that.
Why did I think it was out?
Same.
Nope. Not yet. Sonic, it's not out yet.
Yeah. Wait, she's given us 6.8. Okay. So bad. Delta Dan saying a 7 to 8. I'm right there with you. She said you saw it 3 times already.
Nice. I've seen it 4 or 5 times too. So yeah.
Yeah. Brave New World?
Yeah, Brave New World 4 or 5 times.
Oh damn. Yeah. So my daughters love Moana too. It was all right. Yeah. It was like I said, it was
good. Yeah.
Yeah. And Sully said, are you guys going to see Mickey 17 this weekend? Temper your expectations a bit. Oh, don't say that, man. I was actually kind of excited about it. But
I'm still gonna
I wasn't excited by it, but I was going to see it.
I was like, I want to say like, I'm like itching to go, but I'm like, it looks cool, sci-fi. Robert Pattinson's in it. He's always pretty good. So
yeah, it's got an interesting, interesting premise for a sci-fi movie.
Yeah,
So.
Although if you've seen that, what's the Amazon video game? Secret Level. That Secret Level show that came out. There's an episode that reminds me so
Mickey
much
17.
of this show, just except of him dying each time. It's like he like loses a part of his body, where by the end he's just like a head on a robot.
I remember that one.
Yeah, that it reminded me of like the Mickey 17. Like he signs up for this and he just gets tortured the entire time. And I feel like both of them are going to be because of a girl. So we'll see, but that does suck. Also, if you want to go see a review, I know Sully's review is already out. I haven't seen your review yet because I want to see the movie first. But as soon as I watch it, I'm gonna check out Sully's review.
Yeah, we'll jump on after that. I want to talk about it too, but yeah, I want to actually go watch this.
Yeah. So, but hey, if you're interested, Sully Streams, go check it out. I think it came out yesterday. I think. So. I need to watch Secret Level. Also, I need more Love, Death, and Robots. Secret Level is so good. Some are way better. Oh man, the Pac-Man one, the Warhammer one. Pac-Man one was Warhammer one was really good. Like, but yeah, Love, Death, and Robots was so the last episode of the last one of them of like the Spaniards in the water with like the money gold like god water chick. Oh, it looked gorgeous. It was such a I love that episode. Love that episode. Yeah, Secret Level's right up my alley. The first half was really good. I was pissed I had to wait for a second half, but they're both out.
It was good. It was worth the wait. It wasn't that bad. It was definitely worth the wait.
I'll watch more seasons. There's a ton they can do with that premise. There's so much they can do with it,
Yeah.
Anthology style show, dealing with like different video game universes. Like they could do that for a minute. There's a lot they could do with it and still keep it fresh. So yeah. And that was one that kind of popped up, on my radar kind of later in the game, like a couple of weeks before it was released. But yeah, and I ended up absolutely loving it. Yeah, I'd watch 50 seasons.
Yeah, just as a gamer, I just loved
exactly.
Loved it all. I was a little disappointed in Mega Man just because I wanted more. Like I wanted so much more.
I can agree with that. I expected more out of the Mega Man episode. I mean, come on, it's Mega Man. It's like one of the games.
Yeah,
especially for our generation. Yeah, they didn't really do enough with that, which sucked. Hopefully, they do in a following season. They bring back Mega Man and do more with that, some kind of follow-up. I would like that. You could do standalones or follow-ups with something like Secret Level. With Mega Man, hopefully they do some type of follow-up. That would be cool.
Give it its own show. That shit, it looked gorgeous. Just do a whole Mega Man show that looks
like that. It looked great. Yeah.
It's hard. The whole Mega Man show.
I love the cartoon back in the day.
Yeah.
You could do a lot with Mega Man.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if he's popular enough for like the younger.
That's exactly. I don't think the younger audience even knows who Mega Man is, and I think you can do a whole show over it. I don't know. That's the best idea.
Oh, the Arnold episode. Yes, that was the new. I believe it was New Age.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's New Age. Game. Yeah, the Arnold episode was really good. With Arnold, like that was a solid one. That was a solid one. Hold on, I saw this from Delta Dan. He goes, "Remember the Goosebumps? Pick your own books. Pick your own."
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I got a bunch. Oh, I would say me. My girlfriend's got a bunch of those.
My Goosebumps books are somewhere.
Yeah,
I have them in the container. Yeah, you would think I'll put them on my shelf, but then this whole room would be full of crap, and then we'd be in trouble.
Yeah, whenever we go to the secondhand, I always look for like Goosebumps. Like we find more of the newer ones than the older ones, but we buy them all anyway.
I bought my daughter all of them. I want to make sure she goes through the Goosebumps and enjoys them.
Yeah,
so
fun reads.
The old ones
one
are
of the
better than the new ones. I want the ones that are all beat up and stuff. Yeah.
Well, the old ones have like the actual title Goosebumps have like the embroidered or not embroidered, embossed Goosebumps. The newer ones don't. It's just all just flat. But and I think the new ones are not even written by R.L. Stine. I think they're just like was it Shadow Writers or whatever.
Ghost Writers.
Ghost Writers. Yeah, Ghost Writers. All right, let's start getting out of here. I'm hoping Black Mirror goes back to being good since we're talking about anthologies. Yeah. Yeah. I don't even know if I caught the last season. Yeah, I need to go back through my Goosebump books. I love them as good. They're fun. They're fun. So Scarecrow walks through midnight. The crap out of me when I was Scarecrow. Yeah. There's a lot of good ones. So yeah, that's why we were kind of recollecting them again, because when I was a kid, that was one of the only things I would actually read because I hated reading. But Goosebumps was definitely like one of those where I enjoyed reading. So if my boys are anything like me, I was like, make sure I have a lot of Goosebumps on hand.
That's okay.
A lot of Goosebumps and a lot of comics.
You choose your journey. Choose your path. Your adventure, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah. All right, let's get out of here. Appreciate everyone coming in, hanging out with us. We're gonna be on Saturday coming back talking Severance. There's already people talking about it online because it's already out. So
I was looking at it.
Yeah, the Lumen. I need to find that. That's pretty cool. That's a cool like little thing to put on your shelf.
I got a T-shirt that I want to wear. Hopefully, it comes in by Saturday, but it's pretty cool.
Is it the hang in there one?
It's no. Yeah, that's a good one too, though.
I want to make because I need to start making some more merch for our website. But yeah, I want to do the hang in there.
Cool
for sure. Yeah. All right, yeah, let's get out of here. Appreciate everyone coming in, hanging out with us. Like I said, Saturday we'll talk Severance. That's always a fun time. So if you haven't watched it, watch Severance. It is one of the best things on TV, if not the best thing on TV right now. It's so good.
100%. That's not. I'm not gonna say it's good. No, it's great.
No, it might be the best thing right now. So, but we appreciate all you guys hanging out with us. We'll see you guys on Saturday, and then Monday we'll be back with our normal nerdy reviews and stuff like that. But have a good weekend. We will see you guys either Saturday or Monday,
or both.
Both. Hopefully, what I think. The choose your adventure. That's forever read someone 5 minutes. You're like, damn it, you go back and reread it. That's a practice. That's practice.
Chose the wrong one. That's all right. I'll go back. We'll figure it out. Heat of the moment. That's the Supernatural song from Dean.
The what was the name of that episode? Mystery Spot, the time loop episode.
The time loop one. Yeah.
Episode was awesome.
Yeah. That's what we should do. That just do like how you guys are doing From do Supernatural.
I'd be good with that.
Don't get me started. Don't do that to me.
That wouldn't be bad. I want to rewatch Supernatural. Do like one a week. Dude. You know,
I'd be good with that.
We'll just record it offline, put it up.
You know how to get me now, huh? You know I said you had me at hello. I have all the DVDs already ready, guys. I'm ready. Hello, I'm ready to go.
Mom bears count me in for that.
Oh my gosh,
that might maybe. All right, for sure. Let's get out of here. We'll see you guys on Saturday and Monday. Later.
Peace, guys.
See you guys.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. We out here.